Hello, have you ever had it where you can't remember anything ever? Welcome to companionship with me, because I'm the same. I like doing clan generator a lot, but unfortunately, I have a really hard time remembering what I've done in past episodes. So I want to do a series. Instead of following one clan throughout multiple episodes, we're going to take multiple episodes and follow a different story with each one. So each episode will be a full, completed, finished story, so you don't have to watch episode 1, 2, and so forth. So they're going to go a little faster. We're going to limit each clan to 5 years, or if the story happens to come to like a natural conclusion by itself and it feels like a good ending spot, I'd rather complete it there than push for the 5 years. So whichever kind of thing comes first. And so basically, yeah, we're gonna go on some adventures with some cats is what it boils down to. I just want to play with cats. I wanted to do like a theme that kind of like tied all the clans together, and I thought it would be kind of neat to do colors. So each clan that we're gonna play is going to be named after a color, but depending on the color of the clan, I kind of want to adjust the play style to kind of match that. So like with red, I'll hit proceed every time we come to something dangerous or anything like that. Doesn't matter, we're gonna hit proceed. We're just going in blazing. But for somebody like blue, grief might be a way bigger part of the story. Different colors will change the play style depending on which clan we're in. The other thing that I found is sometimes I don't necessarily follow exactly what the game is doing, and I add my own little things. I could bring in cats, I could take out cats, I could make arbitrary rules, who knows? But if I see something and I'm like, ooh, we could do something cool with that, I'd much rather make the story more interesting and have it more as a storytelling thing rather than like strict gameplay. So if you're looking for like true to the gameplay, this is not exactly that. Lastly, as I was doing this, I had an idea. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if you guys were to come up with a prophecy for the next clan, but the top liked prophecy will be the prophecy for what's coming up in the next clan? Say, for example, you guys decided flowers will guide your way. This is bad, but like just as an example. Then in the next game, I'm going to look for signs of flowers. I'm going to look at things and be like, okay, like what could this prophecy kind of mean, and kind of try and weave it into the story as we play. The most liked one for this episode will be the prophecy into the next episode. I think that would be fun. Oh, Jaden, here, add this in. A lot of the times I go through the patrols, but if nothing really of note happens on the patrol, I'll just skip past them in editing. That way the episode isn't like 100 hours long. So if I go through a moon and you're like, oh my god, wait, where are the patrols? It's because I've done them and nothing of note happens. Same with events, same with anything like that. So don't think I'm missing anything. I promise it is in there. It's just, I promise it's just not worthwhile to listen to it. And so yeah, so that's that. Hopefully the intro makes sense. If not, I am so sorry. Kisses. Let's start with Redclan. Let's play Redclan, shall we? Redclan, perfect. Next step. Time for the fun part. Did you hear my shoulders snap off of my body? We need a leader. So I'm thinking personality, walk with me, talk with me. I'm thinking we need something feisty. Adventurous? That's not bad. I feel like we could do better. Wise? No, that's not for this clan. Floater star is an unfortunate name. Cold? See, no, that would be blue. That's what I'm thinking. That would be blue. I read that as Sailor Moon. Snail Star? Bloodthirsty? Good speaker? If I have ever seen in my life a leader of a clan, it's been Sailor Moon. We have to go with Snail Star. Deputy. Cunning. Subterranean Master? What is that? I think that means she can go into 4-wheel drive. I think I'm leaning into cunning, clever. Okay, this cat will support the leader. Now for our medicine cat. This is what I'm thinking. He is a senior adventurous Tom. So I kind of like the idea of an older guy, a grandpa, one might say. He's like, when I was a kid, I used to do X, Y, and Z. They're like, no, you didn't. Actually, you've been a medicine cat for years. You have never actually once driven in a NASCAR race. So I don't know why you keep telling us that. And he's like, well, you know, in my day, you just kind of tune him out. He's learner of lore, but he just makes stuff up. They're like, yeah, he learns lore, but we have no idea where he's pulling it from. Okay, so I like that as the medicine cat. Shameless. He's coming with us. Come with us. Confident and adventurous. Okay, recruit. Next step. So where are they gonna live? I kind of like cliffs. I think this one. Next step. Is there anything that would... Oh, strawberry. Okay, that's kind of red. Welcome to Redclan. I've gone in and I've changed the names, so welcome back. We have our leader, who is Snail Star, a bloodthirsty, good-speaking leader of Redclan. She's 73 moons, so she's not young, she's not old, she's like right in her prime. Next up for our deputy, we have Night Chill. Ooh, he's cunning. 33 moons, so he's a younger guy, and his apprentice is Silent Paw. Then we have the medicine cat, Frog Bloom. And listen to this. This is exactly what I was talking about. Involves the kids in a game of make-believe about traveling through a strange land. He's on his nonsense, his magical lies. So he's the adventurous learner of lore, and he's 139 moons. And you know what's so fantastic about that? That's instantly going to cause a problem because he might perish soon, and then we will be left without a surgeon. Then for our warriors, we have Owlash, who is an adventurous Tom, who's 103 moons. We have Freckled Apple, who is a strict Molly, who's 91 moons. Oh my god, a lot of us are very old. That's fine. And then we have Inkpelt. Look, Inkpelt is young and youthful, a confident 19 moon Molly. We only have one single apprentice right now, and that's fine. It's Silent Paw. He's shameless. He's interested in clan history and likes to hide, but I feel like he keeps wanting to hide and jump out and scare the crap out of people. His name is Silent Paw because they're constantly like, oh my god, he's gone again. Stop, Silent Paw, I'm begging you, please. And then he'll jump out from behind a rock for the 8th time today and scares them every time because he's so quiet. So that's Silent Paw. His mentor is Nightchill, who is the deputy. And then we have Whistle Kid. So I love Whistle Kid. We'll start into the first moon. Time skip 1 moon. What do we have? Okay, good. Okay, perfect. I am so glad that I found myself adoring something and putting so much effort into this. Whistle Kid grew weak as the days passed and now walks the stars of Silverpelt. That scratch everything I've said about Whistle Kid. Whistle Kid has perished. You know, you win some, you whistle some. Okay, well, -1 cat. Relationships. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to read through every single one. I'll only include them if it, like, adds something exciting to the story. Snailstar and Nightchill discuss where they should be marking the border. Freckled Apple overhears and disagrees with their decision, causing Snailstar and Nightchill to sneer at her in distaste. Ooh, kind of like clicks. Snailstar thinks Owlash has very soft fur. Snailstar, could you please stop petting your warriors? Thank you. Snailstar tripped Frogbloom. Frogbloom doubts it was an accident. I doubt it too. Snailstar, you menace. What is up with all the leaders being menaces? She's a kind of a mean girl, but I love it. Look, they don't like each other. Frogbloom notices a strange glint in Snailstar's eyes. Snailstar, what are you planning, girl? Oh, I should look at the other clans. Oh, there's only 2 clans. Okay, Mulberry Clan and Tree Clan. Okay, we won't go too into this until we see more. Alrighty, let's go on patrol. Okay, first of all, Silent Paw and his mentor, Nightchill. Let's take him training. The cats head out into the crisp, clear New Leaf sun, and Nightchill leads them towards a massive, messy eagle nest. Here's the other thing I've forgotten to mention. With Redclan being so impulsive, I'm going to proceed every single time. We are locked into hitting proceed because it is the Redclan way. Proceed. Nightchill tells Silent Paw to watch carefully as the parents arrive at and leave the nest. The adults are far too focused on their brood, and their brood are far too focused on squabbling for either to notice the Redclan cats. What a fantastic learning opportunity. Look at this. Nightchill, you goat. Okay, he's not a goat, he's a cat. Jaden's smart now. Let's just take all 3. So we have Snailstar, Inkpelt, and Owlash. The patrol comes across a shrew. The patrol narrowly misses the shrew. Good use of our time. So those are our patrols. Let's go to the warriors then, and what should our focus be? Okay, you know what? We're gonna do raiding other clans just because inside of my heart is saying, Jaden, for the love of God, do not do that because our medicine cat is gonna perish. And yet, the demon inside me said, do it, coward, and I can't say no. And it's Redclan. Redclan would do something like that. Prey and herbs will greatly increase each moon skip. Okay, change focus. And let's go after Mulberry Clan just because. Okay, Mulberry Clan. We've got our sights set on Mulberry Clan. Look, it's Snailstar's up on the high rock saying 5 cats in our clan that is very small. Get ready to steal and be little sneaky little guys. And everybody said, hi-ya! Okay, perfect. Time skip next moon. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Snailstar is an actual little pest. Snailstar has drawn the ire of Frogbloom, the older medicine cat, by deliberately taking the last of his favorite nesting materials for herself. First she tripped him, now she's stealing his pillows. How disrespectfully fantastic. But you know what? She seems to like Owlash a lot. Last time she was saying he has soft fur, so she's kind of has like her like little clique. She's like, I don't like these people, I do like these people. Snailstar, Owlash, and Inkpelt had a nice talk while eating. Nightchill don't trust this. Something embarrassing happens to Nightchill on a patrol, but Snailstar promises not to tell anyone. You know she's got, I don't know how she's doing this because she's a cat, but she's like, no, Nightchill, don't trust me. I won't tell anybody. As behind her back with her fingers crossed, she's live tweeting the entire thing. You'll never guess what this stupid, stinky, ugly... No, she wouldn't say that. She would say it twice. Freckled Apple points out to Owlash that a spider is in his nest before he sits on it. Freckled Apple is literally out here just trying her best. First, she was like, the leader and deputy were talking about hunting or something, I can't remember. She was like, hey, have you considered doing this instead? And they're both like, you! How dare you even breathe our air? And she's like, okay, dang, okay. But now she's like, oh, Owlash, hey, just so you know, like, there's a spider in your nest. That was very nice. Aw, Freckled Apple thinks Nightchill smells nice today. Again, Freckled Apple just being so nice. Oh my god. God, listen to this. She's kind of like helpful to a fault where it's like, okay, like I understand, but also I'm gonna have to ask you to just not. Because Freckledapple, wanting to help keep her clanmates in shape and ready for anything, woke Nightchill, Inkpelt, Snailstar, and Owl Ash up for early morning stretches. Negative effect. She's too preppy. They're like, it is 5 in the morning. Everybody's coming out of the den. They're blinking their eyes. It's all blurred. They're like, what's going on? And Freckledapple's out there, and she's like, okay, clan, let's do it. And she's got those little like wristband, sweatband thing. And she's like, let's get going. And everybody's like, shut up, Freckledapple, please. Oh, Inkpelt. Okay, I'm telling you, they're working against Frogbloom and Freckledapple. Frogbloom asks Inkpelt to cover her mouth while she coughs. So Inkpelt coughs on him out of spite. Inkpelt. That's so rude. I want to see who Snailstar likes. She likes Owl Ash, which is nice. She's kind of indifferent to Inkpelt. Okay, she dislikes Freckledapple. I would like to see who Freckledapple likes. Look, she even likes Snailstar. Snailstar has been nothing but mean to her, but she's like, you know what though? I still respect her as my leader. Does avoid her though. Let's go on patrol. Let's take Silent Paw and Nightchill. Let's maybe go hunting. Go on patrol. Oh god. Okay, so remember the whole proceed thing? This is where it's gonna bite me in the butt. The patrol comes across a thunder path running through the mountains. Nightchill looks over at Silent Paw, and Silent Paw's like, I don't know if we should do this. And Nightchill's like, you are correct. But Redclan, they're nothing if not risk takers, and we must follow what the demons tell us. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to proceed. Oh my god, but see, it always works out for Redclan. The patrol stops on the edge of the thunder path, and Nightchill organizes a thorough search that finds a flattened squirrel. Medium amount of prey. Look at that, it all worked out. I wasn't worried. As I'm dabbing the sweat off with Freckledapple's little sweatbands, I grab her and just use her as the sweat dropper. Okay, patrol again. Maybe let's just take Freckledapple out for herself, because she's like, there's so much going on. I just need a breather. Let's just take her hunting. Freckledapple is tempted to eat the prey she just caught. Okay, so this is so not Freckledapple, but being in Redclan, we must proceed. She sees this prey and she's like, you know, I've spent my whole life just trying to do good, and I would never think of doing this, but maybe this is the way that I fit in, is I just do something a little reckless. So she's gonna eat the prey. She resists the temptation. Oh, no, she doesn't. I lied. I thought she would eat it, but maybe not. Okay, anyways, she resists the temptation. See, even when I want her to do things, like against the warrior code, she still won't. She is my op. She says, no, we are not breaking the rules today. She resists the temptation, going on to make a couple of great catches to make sure the elders are fed. We have no elders, so I don't know who she's feeding. However, she comes into camp and you know Snailstar's, she says a compliment, but she says it so venomously that she's like, was that a compliment? Okay, patrol again. Let's send Snailstar and her posse. Owl Ash and Inkpelt. Let's send them on a border patrol. Go on patrol. Inkpelt spies a fat rabbit on the other side of the Mulberry clan border. A tempting opportunity to be sure, but it may not be wise to hunt on an enemy's territory. You know, we're not known for our wisdom. Ooh, antagonize, proceed. I feel like antagonize is Redclan coded, yeah? Let's do antagonize. A tempting opportunity and also a perfect one. Inkpelt pounces and swiftly kills the rabbit. Ooh, Inkpelt. Inkpelt's doing this just to impress Snailstar, you know it. Intentionally leaving evidence of her deed behind. That's kind of cool, actually. I don't agree with it, but it is cool. I love this vibe that we have with these three. Okay, so those are our patrols for the moon. Let's go on to our next one. Time skip. Owl Ash fell into the river, inhaled a lot of water before managing to get out. He's been hacking and sputtering ever since. Oh no, Owl Ash. Snailstar nearly tripped, but was caught by Owl Ash. She's like, oh my god, my hero. I feel like she is so brutally in love with him. And he's just there. He's like, yeah, I guess. Like, he's just so oblivious. Oh my god, Snailstar. This is actually so funny. She's like, okay, Freckledapple, you want to taste your own medicine? Now it's my turn. Snailstar's so messy. Snailstar, wanting to help keep her clanmates in shape and ready for anything, woke Inkpelt, Frogbloom, and Silent Paw, and Freckledapple up for early morning stretches. Notice that she did not wake up her perfect, precious little Owl Ash. She would not. Freckledapple woke them up with a kind heart. You know Snailstar was just throwing things at them, being like, get up, you lazy furball, you get time for you to do some yoga. Nightchill and Silent Paw agree on something the rest of the clans find contentious. They're having a little bonding moment. Snailstar said something the other day that made Frogbloom nervous. I'd like to think she didn't actually say anything. She just did the like finger across the neck sign and Frogbloom just starts sweating buckets. And then Frogbloom gets a little injured and Snailstar is the first to help, which it translates to she literally laughed at him. He fell over and she goes, ha, that's stupid. She just doesn't do anything, just walks away. He's like, well, you are a doctor, so I guess you'll have to figure that one out. Snailstar is so mean. Aw, my heart. Inkpelt's laugh reminds Freckledapple of someone she misses. Are you ready to be so sad? This is my thought. So Inkpelt is trying her best to really be in a good place with Snailstar. She's constantly trying to impress her. What if, when Inkpelt was younger, she didn't have this goal to be in good graces with the leader, and she was just kind of doing her thing, and she was kind to Freckledapple. So Freckledapple, hearing across the clearing that Inkpelt is laughing with Snailstar, presumably, who doesn't like Freckledapple, she like listens to it, she goes, I miss when we would laugh like that, and she won't talk to me anymore because she's trying to be good pals with Snailstar, so she treats me poorly now because that's what Snailstar would want. And she gets sad because of it. That is so sad. So she's not even mad at Inkpelt, she's just like reminiscing. She goes, oh, I hope one day we can laugh like that. Oh, Freckledapple. Okay, let's go on more patrols. We'll send Nightchill and his apprentice. And you know what? Let's add Freckledapple onto that, and they can go hunting. And she'll be like, hey, can I hang out with you guys? And they're like, okay, sure. Uh-oh. The patrol encounters a swarm of two legs gathered at the foot of the mountain. Oh no. Nightchill, Freckledapple, Silent Paw, what are you going to do? Proceed. Ooh, these guys always luck out. Silent Paw stops anyone from going near the two legs, repeating, what a little brat, that true warriors have nothing to do with two legs and they're monsters, and the patrol leaves back up the mountain. Wise, but also shut up, Silent Paw. Oh my god. He's shameless though, so isn't that funny? Even though he's like the youngest and he's the apprentice of the patrol, he's like, I don't care, I'll talk up to the warriors. I don't give a crap. I'm Silent Paw. Okay, next moon. Oh my god. Freckledapple likes to sit near Inkpelt during conversations. Low positive effects. She just wants her buddy back. Freckledapple and Inkpelt have multiple inside jokes with one another. Inkpelt's slowly coming around. As she's maturing, Inkpelt is like, you know what? I really do miss Freckledapple. Snailstar helps Inkpaw get a thorn out of her paw, and by that, it's a clouded message being like, that thorn in your paw? Yeah, that's Freckledapple, and I'll be the one helping you rid her from your life. Oh, that's spooky. What's everybody doing? Frogbloom asks the deputy to go on patrol. Ooh, so we should take them on a patrol together. Out on the patrol, Frogbloom notices that Nightchill seems more quiet than usual. When prompted, Nightchill slowly asks if Frogbloom could teach him more about the nature of StarClan. Ooh, that's funny because Frogbloom was the one who's like, I kind of want to ask Nightchill to go on a patrol with me, so maybe he could sense something. He's like, I feel like there's something he wants to talk about. Frogbloom had seen before how connected Nightchill was to StarClan, and began telling him more than he would have told any other cat about their ancestors. Oh, he had this like feeling. So he's like, you know what, Nightchill, you're trying to be like this cool guy deputy, but like, you could have been a medicine cat. Oh, what if that was? He was like, I always thought you were going to be my apprentice. Frogbloom and Nightchill spend much of their patrol gathering herbs and discussing the hard-hitting questions on prophecy and StarClan's gifts. They like see more eye to eye with each other now. Fantastic. Okay, on to Moon 5. The war with Mulberry Clan has begun. Oh no. I love it though. Silent Paw is still messy after tussling with someone else and doesn't even bother to groom himself before trotting up to the front of the crowd. Of course you don't, Silent Paw. He is named Silent Pelt and honored for his energy. I love his personality. He just does not give a crap, like at all. Relationships. Oh, Snailstar notices how closely Silent Paw sticks to his beliefs. Snailstar's kind of like trying to get him to like be on their side in their clique, and Silent Paw's like, I don't care. I literally don't care about you guys. I'm doing my own thing. Oh no, now it's now it's Frogbloom's turn. Freckledapple did morning yoga to like help. I'm gonna do this for the good of the clan. Snailstar did morning yoga with everybody out of spite for Freckledapple. Now Frogbloom is doing morning yoga with everybody just because he's like, it seemed like the cool thing to do. Everybody else was doing it. Frogbloom woke Freckledapple, Nightchill, and Silent Paw and Inkpelt, up for early morning stretches. These guys are so funny. Holy cow. Freckledapple admires how brave Silent Paw is. Oh, I love that because she's like, man, Silent Paw just is himself. It doesn't give a crap what other people think. She's like, dang, I wish I could just be myself and not give a hoot otherwise. Owl Ash pops in, something hoot. And they're like, no, Owl Ash. Silent Pelt and Freckledapple learn a skill from each other they've been envious about. Oh my god, bonding! Freckledapple learns to be more confident in who she is, and Silent Paw learns nothing, and he's happy about that. Freckled Apple, I'm so curious to know what your relationships look like. Oh, she understands Inkpelt. Inkpelt, what do you feel about everybody? She enjoys and respects Snail Star a lot. She dislikes Freckled Apple, but that is not genuine dislike. I think she's just doing that to impress Snail Star. She trusts her though, because she's known her forever, I think. And Silent Pelt doesn't dislike anybody, but he doesn't overly like anybody either. He likes, out of everybody the most, it seems like Nightchill, which makes sense because that was his mentor, but he's kind of indifferent to a lot of them. Freckled Apple is wondering what living with two legs must be like. Oh my god, she's like, would my life be better as a kid? I don't know why I have this like very sad feeling for Freckled Apple. I didn't think I would feel this way with her. Let's go on a patrol. We'll send Owlash and he'll just go, we'll do random. What kind of shenanigans will Owlash get up to today? Oh, Owlash finds an abandoned kit whose parents are nowhere to be found. Do we pick antagonize? If he was bloodthirsty or if he had like something like that, I feel like he would antagonize, but we're just gonna hit proceed. Proceed. Owlash rushes the kit back to camp. Midnight Kit joined the clan. Oh, Midnight Kit. Oh, so cute. Okay, can't get too attached though. He's charming. His eyes are spring bud. Oh, he's so cute. He's snuggled safe in the nursery. You know that Snail Star is like, who brought this kid back to camp? And Owlash is like, oh, that was me. And she goes, my son, my boy. She loves Midnight Kit. Alrighty, next moon. Snail Star, Silent Pelt, and Ink Pelt. There's so many pelts. Had a talk while eating. Both of these guys are very young. I think Ink Pelt is the second youngest to Silent Pelt. So Snail Star does not give a crap. She's like, yeah, what? Pelt, sure. Sounds good to me. Names everybody Pelt. Frog Bloom thinks that Ink Pelt is so easy to get along with. I do think Ink Pelt overall does mean well. She's young, she's misguided, and she just wants to impress Snail Star. Oh no, Freckled Apple learns that Ink Pelt has been using her for something. So these like little moments of niceness that they've had for each other, what if Freckled Apple learns that Ink Pelt didn't actually mean all these good things? Freckled Apple like has this gut dropping moment, don't think that's a phrase, but has this moment of like, oh, Ink Pelt actually doesn't like me still. She was just making it up. Oh, Freckled Apple. Oh my god, Ink Pelt. Now it's Ink Pelt's turn. Everybody, every single person is going through morning yoga. But here's the thing. Freckled Apple did it for the good of her clan. Snail Star did morning yoga to spite Freckled Apple. Frog Bloom did morning yoga because he thought it was the cool thing to do, and Ink Pelt has now done morning yoga because it would be funny that somebody would do it again. She's like, I have to go with the bit. It would be so funny if I continued this. So that's her reason for doing morning yoga with Midnight Kit. Why? Owlash, Freckled Apple, and Silent Pelt, but notice she does not pick Snail Star because she does not want to make Snail Star mad. Midnight Kit lets Frog Bloom groom his messy fur. It's like, I'm not happy about this, but okay, you're the doctor. Midnight Kit, what are you thinking? Is patiently waiting for his turn. His turn for what? I want to be where the warriors are. Frog Bloom offers to help the queens with badger rides for the kit, but Frog Bloom is talking to Air because there are no queens. Midnight Kit is just sitting there bored, and then Frog Bloom walks by and he goes, you know, this clan is in severe need of a badger ride, and then he like grabs him and he puts him on his back and woohoo, and it gets like yahoo, and they're just buddies. Okay, next moon. Oh god. Redclan doesn't have enough healthy healers. Oh. Any attempts with peace only seem to make the whole war situation between Redclan and Mulberry Clan worse. We need to stop this war. But Snail Pelt or Snail Star Pelt. Oh my god, I'm fighting for my life. Snail Star won't. Oh god. Okay, Frog Bloom got his paw stuck in a two-leg trap, but luckily escaped with only a sprain. A brutal battle against Mulberry Clan leaves Ink Pelt injured. Oh, we're in a bad position here. Relationships. Midnight Kit motivates Frog Bloom to do something difficult. Okay, hear me out. So we know how Midnight Kit let Frog Bloom fix his messy hair, so they kind of have a little bond. I think that maybe Frog Bloom is a senior, he's an elder, so his paw is really hurting him and he hasn't moved a lot and he's just kind of been sitting in the den. And Midnight Kit goes up to him, maybe wanting another badger ride, and Frog Bloom's like, no. He's sitting and he's not doing a lot of movement and he's not feeding himself, he's not doing anything, and Midnight Kit's like, well, we could just walk around. Frog Bloom's like, no, like I just want to sit here. Midnight Kit can motivate him to just use his paw just a little and has a little win. Oh, my heart. Oh. Owlash and Midnight Kit roll up moss balls together. I feel like Owlash would be very childish, not in a bad way. Midnight Kit's rolling up a moss ball and Owlash is like, you know what, that kind of looks fun actually. Silent Pelt squashes a bug that Freckled Apple was watching. He too would be like, oh, what are you doing? Freckled Apple's like, oh, I'm just kind of looking at the bug. It's kind of neat. What do you think? And he goes, yeah, let me see. He walks over to it. He's like, oh, cool. And he walks away. But as he walks away, he squishes the bug and keeps going. So he doesn't mean to do it, but he doesn't not mean to do it. He's just a jerk. And that somehow feels worse. Owlash wants to be chosen as the new deputy. I don't even think he knows that's what he wants. He's like, that's probably what I should want, right? And he's looking around, he's like, that's what warriors like want, right? And I was like, I guess. He goes, okay. Yeah, I could be the new deputy too. Silent Pelt. Ooh, Silent Pelt wants to be chosen as the new deputy. Silent Pelt heard Owl Ash. And he goes, well, because he wants it, I don't actually want to be deputy. But because Owl Ash wants to be deputy, I want it so he can't have it. Silent Paw. Midnight Kit wants to be everybody's friend. Midnight Kit, you are everybody's friend. I love you, Midnight Kit. We need a mediator, but we really don't have anybody to spare. Midnight Kit might be a good mediator when the time comes. Okay, next moon. On to moon 8. Oh, Mulberry Clan has taken some of Redclan's territory. This will not stand. Mind you, we have like no warriors to defend it. No, oh my god. Mulberry Clan warriors broke into camp and killed Nightchill after damaging the stockpiled prey. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I really like Nightchill. Oh no, this is, oh my god. Frogbloom and Silent Pelt, I feel like, are the most affected by this. Owlash could no longer take Mulberry Clan's jeers and smirks. Owlash couldn't escape skirmish without injury. A brutal battle against Mulberry Clan leaves Freckled-Apple injured. Silent Pelt came out worse for wear after a border skirmish with Mulberry Clan. Guys, we gotta, oh god, okay. This past moon, Nightchill has taken his place in StarClan. Oh my god, okay, so the next message is going to be who the new deputy is. My guess is gonna be Owlash because it's Snailstar and she loves him. Who does Snailstar pick? Oh. No cat is truly fit to be deputy, but the position can't remain vacant. Inkpelt is appointed as the new deputy. Inkpelt is just walking on air. She is so happy. Snailstar is the only one who gets Frogbloom's joke, but the thing is Snailstar doesn't laugh at it. She gets it, but because nobody else laughs, she's like, it's funnier if you feel bad for telling the joke. Owlash and Midnight Kit roll up moss balls together. Owlash loves rolling up moss balls. You can't find this man doing anything else but rolling up moss balls. Freckled-Apple learns some pelt grooming techniques from Inkpelt and tells Inkpelt some of her own. High positive effect. Maybe now that Inkpelt is the deputy, she's getting a little bit of a tune-in. There are bigger things in the world than just trying to impress Snailstar. So she's not in good standing with Freckled-Apple at the moment, but she is like understanding. Silent Pelt keeps asking Owlash to explain a joke, but Owlash just says that Silent Pelt had to be there. So when Frogbloom moments ago told the joke that only Snailstar got, no one laughed. But then later, Owlash was telling Silent Pelt that he's like, no, I got it. No, I got the joke. I thought it was funny. He didn't. He had no idea what the joke meant. Silent Pelt, knowing Owlash, has no idea what's going on. He goes, well, yeah, then what was the joke? And he goes, well, you know, it was funny. It was funny. He goes, well, what was so funny about it? He goes, yeah, you had to be there. He has no clue. We have zero, and may I say again, zero cats that can do anything right now. Okay, we for sure need to switch. Even Snailstar at this point is like, okay, we cannot keep this up. We have to rest and recover. Because they're impulsive, but they're not stupid. Redclan is going to get extinguished at this rate. Like, look, I can't even do patrols. There's nobody left. Oh, God, Silent Pelt. Could we not? Oh, Silent Pelt sleeps next to Nightchill for the entire vigil one last time. It's extra, oh god, it's extra sad because Silent Pelt is so flippant and so cold. The fact that he had this moment is so sad. Oh, Silent Pelt. Midnight Kit, oh, refuses to eat the herbs the healer has given him for his tummy. Midnight Kit's like, why is everybody so sad? He doesn't really understand it because he's so young, but he's worried because he can tell everybody's worried, so he's got a nervous tummy. And Frogbloom's like, well, here, like, have this. Like, it'll help your time. And he's like, no, like, I don't want to. Like, I want to be sad with everybody. Oh god, my heart. Next, time skip. War negotiations with Mulberry Clan went badly. That is no good. Frogbloom has recovered from his sprain. That is good. Midnight Paw. Oh, Midnight Paw smiles up at the stars as he sits beside Snailstar. The stars seem to shine bright. There's so many S's in that. Seem to shine brighter in response. I think I'm going to change him into the mediator apprentice. I know he didn't pick to be it, but I'm going to influence the story that he is. On to Moon 10. This is only Moon 10 and we're in a very dire position. Okay. Oh no. We don't have enough prey. That's scary. The war with Mulberry Clan has finally ended. Thank God. Inkpelt is healed. Okay, this is good. This is good. Owlash is healed. Okay, everybody's healed. Everybody is healed. Relationships. Silent Pelt mentions that Inkpelt looks good today. Ooh. Hang on. Kind of love that pairing. Frogbloom and Midnight Paw, they're so close. I love those two, are chatting about what they're doing today. Midnight Paw and Inkpelt find they're both bringing flowers to the same clanmate's grave, which has to be Nightchill. I don't know, Inkpelt? I don't even think ever interacted with Nightchill, but hang on, they didn't really interact in life. And what if she's regretting that? She's like, I wasn't ready to be deputy this young. Like, I thought you were going to be deputy forever. You've always been there. And now she like calls out to him and Starkhan being like, I need you now. Like, I didn't really realize how much I needed you when you were alive. And like, she's trying to have this like connection with him. And she's like, please give me any kind of like guidance or sign that I'm doing anything right. And so she goes to visit the grave. I feel like she wouldn't get anything in response. Not because Nightchill was like spiting her. Nightchill would look down and goes, this is something you have to learn for yourself. Owl Ash hears Silent Pelt crying over something everyone downplayed the severity of. What if that was Nightchill's passing? Oh, okay, I'm gonna break my heart here. Silent Pelt didn't really cry or didn't really show a lot of it. Like, he sat beside Nightchill during the vigil, but he didn't show his emotions because he's like so just him. He's totally torn up over this loss of his mentor, is kind of his father figure. Finally, it just like hits him. He's like standing out there all in the quiet and maybe like goes to say something to Nightchill, and he has this moment of like, oh, he's not actually here anymore. And then he has this moment where he just starts to like cry, not sob, but I do feel like he would be emotional. God. And then Owl Ash overhears it. Oh, very sad. That is very sad. Silent Pelt, it's okay. I even have a sad face. Oh no, my ear's cut off. Oh, I'll pretend my ear isn't cut off. Something embarrassing happens to Freckledapple on patrol, but Inkpelt promises not to tell anyone. Inkpelt is getting more mature. Back in the day, she would be like, I'm so gonna run to Snailstar and tell her this. She's growing up. Silent Pelt and Snailstar bring each other prey, but it was actually by accident. What happened is they were both grabbing a piece of prey and then they bumped into each other, both dropped their prey, and then accidentally picked up each other's and kept walking. So they kind of inadvertently brought each other food, but didn't realize it, because neither of them would actually do that. Midnight Paw watches drama unfold in camp with Silent Pelt. Silent Pelt right now is lashing out. Like, normally he's kind of a jerk, but he's extra. Like, he is just 10 times the amount of rude and mean and cold with everybody, and every little thing sets him off. He's so upset about Nightchill, but he will not tell anybody or show anybody. He will not lean on anybody, and all he needs right now is somebody. And Midnight Paw, I bet you he's putting it together, and he's watching it happen. He goes, oh, I think I know what's going on. Owl Ash hopes the deputy won't assign him to the next patrol. You know why? He's got moss balls to roll up. Who's gonna do it? Midnight Paw's not a kid anymore. Someone has to roll these moss balls. It has to be Owl Ash. He has no time for patrols. Freckledapple wants to go hunt. Yeah, I would also like you to hunt because we have very little food. We need to do some serious hunting. This is stupid what I'm about to do, but desperate times call for stupid. We gotta send everybody out hunting, and possibly even one by one to give us most chances. Maybe we'll send Silent Pelt and Frog Bloom. They look for something to disguise their scent. They can't think of anything that would work, but their hunt goes well regardless. A medium amount of prey is brought back to camp. Owl Ash manages to corner and catch the rabbit. A huge amount of prey was brought back to camp. Owl Ash, yes. Okay, Snailstar. Snailstar is tempted to eat the prey she just caught. You know she's going to. Proceed. Snailstar gives in to her grumbling belly, reasoning that no one will notice, but when she arrives back at camp, empty-pawed and with blood on her lips, she feels the stares of the other warriors on her pelt. This one does get to her a little bit, because it's the middle of winter, they have like no food. She normally doesn't feel guilty, but like even people who would suck up to her, like Inkpelt, even Owl Ash, give her a look of like, we have people who are older and very young, and Midnight Paw has yellow cough, and you still ate the prey. That kind of gets her. She's like, oh. She's not super regretful or remorseful, but I think she does like notice of like, okay, yeah. Inkpelt is going on a solo hunting patrol. Let's see. You guys are, when push comes to shove, Redclan stands up and stands out from the crowd. Inkpelt succeeds beyond her wildest hope. A huge amount is brought back. Look at that, we went up to 42 pieces. Okay, Midnight Paw, please, I need you to not perish. Time skip. Redclan doesn't have enough prey for the next moon. I know that. That's actually Ooh, the clan has noticed that Snailstar and Frog Bloom are smiling at each other more today. The reason being is Snailstar is actually feeling guilty about that eaten prey. So she's kind of being a little uncharacteristically nice. Not going out of her way to be nice, but where she would normally tell somebody to shove off. Like if somebody says good morning, she won't go, oh, go bite your own tail. She'd go, hey. So she's smiling a little more. Oh my god, but then she's instantly like, okay, can't be too nice, because she wakes up Midnight Paw, Freckledapple, Silent Pelt, and Inkpelt for morning yoga. Of course you do. Snailstar and Midnight Paw heckled another clan at the gathering together. Snailstar like forced him to do it. She goes, oh, Mulberry clan, you guys all smell like butts. Right, Midnight Paw? And Midnight Paw's like, she's like, right, Midnight Paw? And he goes, yeah, like butts, I guess. She's like, yeah, like butts. Inkpelt and Snailstar, oh interesting, fight over a piece of prey, but soon decide to share it instead. I feel like the moment Snailstar did eat that prey, I think she did lose some respect from the clan, and Inkpelt, where normally she would just like let her do whatever Snailstar wanted, she now has a moment of like, you're kind of not a good person. So now she's a little bit more assertive and is kind of like, no, like I want this piece of prey, Snailstar, I had it first. They bicker over it a little bit, but then Inkpelt, still being Inkpelt, kind of reeled it back and was like, okay, you know what? No, we'll just share it. Inkpelt has some weird feelings with Snailstar now. Owl Ash admits he really admires Midnight Paw's recent efforts. He's like, man, the way you rolled those moss balls back in the day, man, do I wish I knew your technique. Owl Ash and Silent Pelt chase off a predator on a patrol together. Now that Silent Pelt has lost Night Chill, Silent Pelt is still Silent Pelt and he's still a jerk, but I feel like he's a tiny bit more open to working with people now because he sees the fragility of life. He is really shaken by Hawk Chill and he's desperate for some type of connection, so he's a tiny bit more open. Freckled Apple comforts Inkpelt after a terrible nightmare. Inkpelt is starting to realize how much she has really flubbed the whole Snailstar and Freckled Apple situation, but Freckled Apple, just being a genuinely good cat, she's just happy that she's talking to her again. Inkpelt, she's having this nightmare. Maybe she's having a nightmare about her new deputy duties and is so stressed out and she's like woken up. And Freckled Apple notices that and she's just like quietly listening. And Inkpelt has this moment of like, Freckled Apple has always been here no matter how poorly I've treated her or not even talked to her at all. She's still here to like help me through this. And the wheels are kind of turning of like, oh. Owlash hopes the deputy assigns him to the next patrol. He's like, you know what? I've been a little bit slacking. We really need more moss for mothballs in the camp. Am I right, boys? Everybody's like, no, we don't. Okay, patrol. We'll send Inkpelt. We'll just send her by herself. Oh, God. The patrol comes across a thunder path running through the mountains. Oh, my heart is saying don't do it, but it's Redclan, and she's confident. Oh, God. She's like, the clan needs prey. I'm the deputy. It's not a wise idea, but the clan has to come first, and I would do anything for the clan, and nothing bad will happen. She is so disillusioned. Okay, proceed. Oh, the patrol waits till they can't hear any monsters and then crosses the thunder path to hunt on the other side. A medium amount of prey is brought back to camp. I have lucked out with that like 3 times. There's no way I'm going to continue being that lucky. And Silent Pelt go on patrol. Uh-oh, Silent Pelt is tempted to eat the prey he just caught. Oh, he resists temptation. Going on to make a couple of great catches to make sure the elders are fed. Normally he would be like, I don't care about the other people. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. But he's like, You know, Midnight Paw did look maybe a little hungry. It says a lot about him, I think. On to the next 12th moon. Oh, thank God it's spring. New leaf. We made it to the first year. Relationships. Inkpelt is impressed by Freckled Apple helping others today. Inkpelt and Freckled Apple's return to friendship has been quite something. Midnight Paw helps Frog Bloom pick burrs out of his fur. Okay, remember when Midnight Kit was just tiny little baby and he had messy fur and Frog Bloom's like, get over here, you. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna help you groom. And he's like, no. And he's just a little kid, but then Midnight Kit let Frog Bloom help him out. Frog Bloom, now being quite a bit older, I think he's pushing 140, if not more, he's not able to like pick the burrs out of his fur like he used to, and Midnight Paw is kind of having like a flashback to when he was so little, and Frog Bloom helped him out, and he's like, hey, let me come do this. And they almost do a flip, but Frog Bloom's like, no, you don't need to do that kind of thing, and he's like, come here, you, let me, Owl Ash can tell Silent Pelt worries for his health and safety. It's not that Silent Pelt is worried about his health and safety. He's just worried that he will just walk off a cliff and not realize. And Silent Pelt's like, I don't want to deal with that. And I don't want to have that issue be part of my day tomorrow. So if you could just not trip over nothing, if you could just avoid getting hurt by just existing, that would be so ideal. And Owlash is like, oh my God, you care about me? And Silent Pelt's like, no. Inkpelt let Silent Pelt know a clanmate was talking badly about him. Inkpelt and Silent Pelt don't interact, but they had like one moment where I was like, ooh, I kind of like, ooh, do they kind of like each other? Silent Pelt. No, he knows of Inkpelt. He begrudges her. He trusts her more than like most. Maybe because she's the deputy? Owl Ash chats with Frog Bloom about his role as a healer. And he walks up to him, he's like, so like, what do you even do? He's like, I've been a doctor for years. What do you mean? What do I do? I literally treated you for a stomachache last week. And he goes, oh, that's what that was? Ooh, we're gonna send Snailstar and Freckled Apple. And Snailstar's like, the hell you won't. And she actually sends her back. And Snailstar goes by herself and is checking the border. Snailstar finds a kitty pet who is interested in joining the clan. She banters with the cat a bit, making them feel more welcome. Okay. So part of me wants to say antagonize, but Snailstar is not stupid. She knows that after this war with Mulberry Clan, they're not in a great position. She's like, we need more cats. So I feel like she would bring this kitty pet in and welcome them to the clan. She's like, I need more warriors to be stronger, so proceed. Ooh, Snailstar doesn't have to do much convincing. The kitty pet seems happy to join the clan with their litter of kits. Oleander Cricket joined the clan, Freeze Kit, and Scorch Kit. Oleander Cricket is a Tom. He's fierce, perfect addition for Redclan. Okay, I'm gonna change it to Quick Cricket. I was fighting for my life over Oleander, so we'll do Quick Cricket. Oh, maybe it's not good, because I might still fight Quick Cricket. Freeze Kit, she's sweet, with an active imagination. Oh. And then we have Scorch Kit, her sister, so 2 little girls. She's skittish. Oh no. Okay, on to the next moon. Many cats have been questioning where Freckledapple's litter could have gone, despite her insisting she was never pregnant. What? Inkpelt announced that she's expecting kits? What is happening? Oh my god. Okay. Huh. Freckledapple, old family tree. Oh my god, she has so many. There's so... Swan Speckle. Who is Swan Speckle? Mulberry Clan deputy? Oh my god. During the war, this whole time, under our noses. Oh my god, the intrigue. Freckledapple, well, there was this straight up war, is having dates at Chili's with freaking Swan Speckle, the deputy of Mulberry Clan. Oh, and then she gave her kits to Swan Speckle of Mulberry Clan to raise. You know why though? She gave it to Swan Speckle because she does love him in my mind now. And she's like, you know, Snakestar has it out for me. Or Snakestar, she's a snake. Snailstar has it out for me. And she goes, if she finds out these kits are from like half Mulberry Clan, she will kill them. She will 100% do something to these kits. She's like, they are not safe in my clan. You have to take them to Mulberry Clan. And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, no. It's like not even a choice. Like we have no other option. They cannot be in Redclan. He's like, okay. She's like, maybe when they're older, like I can come find you guys, but like right now I need to not be connected. Ooh, the plot. And she named one Redkit. Oh my god, dude. That is so cheeky. And they're all girls. 4 sisters. This game never misses. And then Inkpelt is gonna have babies. With who? Tell me it's Silent Pelt. If it's Silent Pelt, I'm gonna scream. Oh, I didn't really look at relationships. After having Silent Pelt challenge her, Snailstar commands Quick Cricket to help her punish Silent Pelt. Everyone ends up hurt, though Snailstar feels like she can trust Quick Cricket more. Snailstar was like, yeah, so I brought you into this clan. It's about time that you prove that I made a good choice here. And so Quick Cricket kind of had his paws tied. She's kind of moved on from Owl Ash. Frogbloom learns that Midnight Paw is scared of thunder too. Oh, it's the middle of the night. It's thunder and crashing. Frogbloom's like in the medicine cat. He's like, oh god. And he's just like worried sick, but he's like, I can't show that I'm afraid. During the thunder and lightning, there's a bright flash of lightning and Frogbloom looks and there's like a silhouette at the entrance of his den. He gets scared. I was like, oh my god. But then he like adjusts his eyes and he realizes it's Midnight Paw who's standing there. He's like, Midnight Paw? And Midnight Paw goes, hey, can I just like hang out in here with you? And he's like, yeah, definitely. And so they come in and they start talking. And that's when they find out that they're both, I was going to say allergic, when they're both kind of scared of thunder. But then they kind of like talk through it and then the storm passes and they've fallen asleep. Oh, so cute. Inkpelt saves the funniest jokes for Midnight Paw. Everybody loves Midnight Paw. I love Midnight Paw. Your mom loves Midnight Paw. Too much. Midnight Paw went to your mom's house. That's not funny. I gotta cut that. Owl Ash comes up with a plan to sneak out of camp with Silent Pelt. Silent Pelt has no clue there's a plan in place. Owl Ash just wants to hang out with Silent Pelt more. And he's like, yeah, we could sneak out. And he's like developing this big old plan. Silent Pelt is nowhere to be found. Silent Pelt is out who knows where. Not near Owl Ash, that's for sure. Scorch Kit decorates her nest with gifts that Owl Ash brought her. It's just moss balls that he's rolled throughout the years. Next moon. There's like nothing really interesting here yet. Ooh, Midnight Paw insulted Freckledapple's looks behind her back and thought Freckledapple didn't hear it. Midnight Paw, what's gotten into you? Maybe the whole clan's a little slighted about the whole kits thing, and they're all kind of suspicious. They're kind of making snide remarks and stuff. The first one to panic when Scorch Kit gets hurt is always Quick Cricket, her dad. Let's go to the next moon. Oh, Inkpelt purrs loudly as Silent Pelt grooms her pelt. There's so many pelts in that sentence. As their new litter of 3 kits squirm around Inkpelt's belly, the 2 cats think about their new responsibilities together. Snowy Kid? Oh, and Vol Kit. Why so little? Unruly? They're both unruly? Yeah, that feels well. And they're twins? They would be Silent Pelt's unruly twins. So when Night Chill passes, Inkpelt is overcome with everything about being a deputy, and Silent Pelt is really affected by it, and they're both just kind of trying to find themselves and having moments of quiet, but then they keep bumping into each other. And over time, through their grief and through like all these big emotions, they kind of develop this whirlwind relationship, kind of this fling. Oh my god, so they're not together, but they, oh my god, Frog Bloom, oh, somebody check on Midnight Paw quick. Frog Bloom is suddenly struck by a sharp pain in his chest. He is found later that day cold. Frog Bloom. First of all, we have no medicine cat. Second of all, Frog Bloom, my boy. God, what are we gonna do? Snailstar and Quick Cricket saw something hilarious during a patrol. Oh, they do? Oh my gosh, I think they like each other. Silent Pelt says something very sincere and comforting to Midnight Paw. Frog Bloom has passed. Silent Pelt is like, hey, I went through almost this exact situation with Night Chill. He sees this Midnight, and Midnight Paw was one who kind of clocked Silent Pelt. So Silent Pelt's looking at him and he can realize like how devastated he is. And very uncharacteristically, he has a moment with Midnight Paw being like, this sucks, but you're doing well for like everything. Silent Pelt is talking with Ink Pelt. Oh my god, about the kids. I was like, oh, I kind of ship them, but I kind of love it even more that they're like, oh, what are we gonna do? We have to co-parent now. Oh no, Silent Pelt. Silent Pelt's like, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't done morning yoga. So he wakes everybody up. I think this is the first time he's done it. So it's funnier. He's like, yeah, you guys thought we were done with this? I don't think so. We need a medicine cat so desperately. Who can step in? I would say Quick Cricket, but he's fierce. It's gonna be Midnight Paw. Honestly, it's going to have to be, because even though he's a mediator, I feel like he's gonna step up, and he's spent lots of time with Frog Bloom. He's gonna be Medicine Cat in the meantime. Are any of the kits? Maybe Skittish Scorch Kit might be a good Medicine Cat, because she's like, I don't battle. No, I don't want to. Oh no. What? 2 of 4 of Freckledapple's kits died. So all that's left is Frigid Kit and Red Kit. Oh, Red Kit. I hope. Snailstar respects Ink Pelt's efforts as deputy. Snailstar has really grown to love and appreciate Ink Pelt. Oh, Midnight Paw doesn't think he'll ever be the same without Frog Bloom. Me either, bro. Owl Ash disappeared all day to explore the territory. He wasn't exploring, he was lost. Oh, Freeze Kid has tiny little paws. Cowers in her nest during a particularly rough storm. Can I break my own heart? Can I break your guys' heart with this? And she has nobody there to comfort her because Frog Bloom passed away. And it was an especially rough storm the night that he did pass away. So Midnight Paw is just terrified. He's just by himself shaking. And Scorch Kid is also terrified in her own den. But Frog Bloom's not there to comfort anybody. Okay, next, Moon. Okay, nothing too crazy. Freckledapple's feeling better. Silent Pelt is healed. Quick Cricket is healed. Ink Pelt and Silent Pelt realize they have more in common than they had previously thought. Oh god, I love those two. Quick Cricket didn't put a lot of thought into an answer for Owl Ash's question. You know what? That's fair. Owl Ash didn't put a lot of thought into his question. Volkit likes to hide, just like her dad. I feel like those two are just like thick as thieves. Volkit's gonna be a little daddy's girl, and Silent Pelt, he loves Snowy Kit, but he has like such a strong bond with Volkit. Unruly and likes to hide, and he's like, I'll show you the ropes, kid. And then Ink Pelt and Snowy Kit are really close. Ink Pelt, Lord Keeper and Keen Eye, and he is confident with words. So she's telling him stories because he's a chatterbox and Volkit isn't. Neither is Silent Pelt, but Snowy Kit just wants to chat, and Ink Pelt does too. Let's look at the warriors then. I don't think we need to do resting and recovering anymore. Part of me says feeding the clan, but that's just what I would do. What would Snailstar do? Hoarding resources. I don't love that. But because of everything that's going on, Snailstar gets a little bit too anxious and starts just being like, Kate, we're hoarding everything. We're not going to let that happen again. Alrighty. Okay, time to skip. Okay, Freeze Paw is made an apprentice and Freckledapple is her mentor. Oh, and Scorch Kit is made an apprentice and her mentor is Quick Cricket. But I'm changing that because I think Scorch Kit does have this natural pull towards being a healer apprentice. So we're going to ignore what that said and she's going to be the Medicine Cat apprentice. Oh, Silent Pelt is giving Volkit a badger ride on his back. They love each other so much. Oh, he's like, that's my... Oh, that's so sweet. Freeze Paw doesn't think Ink Pelt has been completely honest lately. Oh, maybe she's like, well, you know, yeah, Silent Pelt, he's okay, I guess. But she actually really loves him. And Freeze Paw's like, I think you like him more than you're letting on. Volkit plays Moss Ball with Midnight Paw and Owl Ash is just sitting in the corner sobbing. Volkit is whining about the heat. Silent Pelt, he wouldn't even say anything about it, but he would just like sit beside her to give her like shade and not even say anything about it. Aw, and she just keeps complaining, doesn't really realize that he's come and sat beside her for this reason. Silent Pelt is just kind of like sitting there, just chilling. And let's continue. Okay. I don't think I've ever been more sad in my life. I glanced down. Wish I didn't. Ink Pelt died from a claw wound. Inkpelt, what happened? You were fine 1 minute ago. You just had babies. You were the deputy. You didn't even have a Silent Pelt cannot catch a break. That's very unfortunate. I was so loving their relationship and her whole... Okay, that is... all right. Inkpelt died from a claw wound. Oh. The loss of Inkpelt gives Snailstar the flutter of anxiety and pangs of sorrow. Oh, because she did really start to like lean on her and appreciate her. She trembles, staring at her nest, unable to sleep as she broods over Inkpelt's last moments. Snailstar is having a moment of empathy. Someone call the media. Freckled... Oh, I didn't even think about Freckledapple. Freckledapple feels the loss of Inkpelt has torn a part of her heart out. Oh god, oh my god, Inkpelt. Inkpelt has joined StarClan. Now, who do we think is gonna be deputy? God, I don't even want to think about I don't want Inkpelt to be gone. If it's gonna be Owlash, I swear to god. Oh my god, Snailstar chooses Freckledapple to take over deputy. Do you know why she's chosen Freckledapple as deputy? Because so far, Snailstar has unexpectedly lost 2 deputies. She's like, this is a cursed position. Anybody I put in this is meeting their untimely demise. Let's put Freckledapple in there and hope for the same. No, Volkit and Snowy Kit. Oh, Volkit does her best to console her clanmates about Inkpelt's death. She doesn't realize her mom is gone, and so she's like going, it's okay, she'll be back. Nobody has the heart to tell her, like, no, she won't. She's like, it's okay, we'll just play until she comes back. Snowy Kit told a fond story at Inkpelt's vigil. Remember, he was confident with words and he was like talking a lot with his mom, so he's like, I have to be strong, and so he's gonna tell this story. Oh, buddy. Silent Pelt. It's like everybody that I've loved has vanished on me. And I feel like after this, he's going to distance himself from Volkit, and Volkit really doesn't understand. But I don't think he's doing it on purpose. He's just dealing with grief in a very poor way. But he's like distancing himself, and Volkit's like, why does Silent Pelt not like me anymore? But Silent Pelt is so afraid because everybody that he's deeply loved has died, and he's like, if I get too close to Volkit, like, she could be in danger too, so I have to go back to like icing myself out from everybody because I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt either by loving someone again and having them taken away from me again. That's really extra sad on Volkit because she's like, mom's gone, now my dad doesn't like me anymore. Scorchpaw cowers in her nest again during a particularly rough storm, but this time she's leaning on Midnight Paw to be there for her. Okay, next moon. Snailstar and Quick Cricket talk about what they see in the clouds. Oh, they are so in love. Midnight Paw leaps into a pile of fallen leaves. Oh, he's maybe the medicine cat, but he's still like super young. Okay, so we'll send the 2 medicine cats, and we'll send them hunting as well, actually. Actually. The patrol comes across the thunder path running through the mountains. Can I look out thrice? I truly don't think so, but it is the Redclan way. We have to proceed. Everything in my body is screaming, don't proceed, but like, I have to. Oh god. That sucks. Shoot. Scorchpaw is hit by a monster while crossing and dies instantly. Like, it's good for their story, because like, I like it when unexpected things happen, but it really is crappy for me, and crappy for Midnight Paw. Shoot. Okay, that's okay. Okay, what are we gonna do now? I think Midnight Paw's gonna have to stay as the medicine cat against his will. Okay, on to the 20th moon. As a StarClan cat steps forward to give Midnight Paw his new name of Midnight Spike, oh, he spots his mom watching proudly from among the StarClan cats. I'm gonna change it from Midnight Spike to Midnight Bloom for Frog Bloom. Freckledapple defends Snowy Kit in conversations. Oh, not only is she thinking about Inkpelt and how much she loves her, but also she's thinking about her kits that she's given to Mulberry Clan. Snowy Kit is almost like a stand-in for her own kits, specifically Snowy Kit, because she knew how close he and Inkpelt were, and every time she turns around, even though they're like opposite color, like the black and white, she still sees so much of Inkpelt in him and his mannerisms and just like his movement. It's almost like Freckledapple's like, take care of your mom and like, I'm gonna take care of you now. Oh, Silent Pelt is sharing tongues with Midnight Bloom. Oh, Silent Pelt. Oh my god, but Silent Pelt, never one to forget, always makes people do more yoga. He's like, when in doubt, yoga it out. Oh my god, Quick Cricket clung so desperately to Scorchpaw's body that he had to be dragged away. I forgot he was so fierce. Those were his daughters. Okay, let's do our patrols. Okay, we'll do Freezepaw and her mentor. This was the first time they've both been healthy enough to like actually go together. We got a medium amount of prey. That is good. Oh, and Owlash on his own brings back a medium amount of prey. On to moon 21. Whoa, ooh, Owlash, what? Has brought a litter of 2 kits back to camp, but refuses to talk about their origin. Owlash, what the? How did? Okay, we don't question Owlash. Burn Kit, Otter Kit, they're literally twins. You can't tell them apart at all. Owlash and Beverly. Oh my god, no wonder they're twins. Look at her parents, Owlash and Beverly. They're literally identical. You know what? I'm not convinced Beverly exists. Like, you know how Starfish, if he loses an arm, he grows back the arm? I feel like Owlash lost a leg, and then the leg grew into two kits, and he also grew back his leg. Snowy Kit loudly complains as Silent Pelt pulls him over to quickly groom his pelt. He is renamed to Snowy Paw and apprenticed to Owlash. I think I'm gonna move Snowy Paw from an apprentice to a mediator. Vol Paw has been made an apprentice with Silent Pelt as her mentor. That is so perfect. Relationships. Ooh, Snailstar had to nip Snowy Kit on the rump because he was being naughty. Snowy Kit, you devious little dog. He still has some of his dad's I don't give a crap attitude, so even though he's a mediator, he's still kind of causing trouble. And let's go on a patrol. Let's end Quick Cricket and Snailstar. And let's go border patrol. A Mulberry Clan patrol appears and begins jeering at Snailstar. Oh, you know Snailstar's fighting back. Okay, antagonize. Angry at the insult to their clan, the patrol throws themselves at the enemy patrol. The Mulberry Clan patrol quickly overpowers them and sends the patrol back to their own side of the border. Oh no, right in front of her crush too. So I think we're gonna switch to feeding the clan, and I even think Snailstar would agree with that. Okay, Moon 22, let's go. Okay, her Freckled Apple is assessing the apprentices. Oh yeah, she's a deputy. Let's check out her daughters. How are they doing? Redpaw had a nice chat with a cat from another clan at the border. Let's say that was Freckled Apple. Redpaw at this moment does not know that that's her mom, but Freckled Apple knows instantly. She sees Redpaw and she's like, that's my daughter. And they kind of have a talk, and Freckled Apple's being super nice to her and super sweet because A, that's Freckled Apple, but also because she has this very big soft spot for her daughter, and Redpaw can't stop thinking about her. She's like, why do I feel like this connection to this cat? And she's from another clan and I don't really understand. And then Freckled Apple is like yearning for Redpaw to come back, especially after the death of Ink Pelt. She really, really wants to see Redpaw and Frigid Paw. Oh, can you imagine Freckled Apple from like across the border, just like sitting there, just hoping for a glance of either Frigid Paw or Redpaw? So let's do our patrols. We're gonna send Freckled Apple on her own to a border patrol. She's like, oh yeah, I'll do border patrol. But she actually just wants to see if she can see any of the three Swan Speckle, Redpaw or Frigid Paw. So she goes to the border. Oh god, this is bad. A gang of rogues leaps out from behind a tumble of rocks and ambush. She's stuck between a rock and a hard place, so she has to proceed. It's the Redclan way. It's gonna end so bad. Oh, stunned for a moment, Freckled Apple is nearly caught in the teeth of the first rogue, but she uses her superior knowledge of the rocky terrain to dodge and weave through the onslaught of attacks, eventually escaping the fray and pelting towards camp with yowls of warning bursting from her lungs. Oh my god, she's just built so different. No wonder she's a deputy. Holy cow, she's so cool. Does anybody else feel like she's so cool? And then we'll send Midnight Bloom. It's the middle of Leaf Bear, so maybe we'll just send him hunting. Oh, Midnight Bloom is tempted to eat the prey just caught. What will you do, Midnight Bloom? Resist the temptation. Oh my god, have you noticed that everybody resisted the temptation except for Snailstar? And if that doesn't say a lot about her, I really don't know what does. And next, Moon 23. Okay. Oh, Snailstar was killed defending Volpaw from a hawk. Whoa. The leader has 8 lives left. She's never gonna let Volpaw forget that ever. Oh my god, she still has 8 lives left. We're never getting rid of Snailstar, never. Oh, Owlash, he's decided to be an elder. Any interesting thing in the relationships? Volpaw mentions that Snowy Paw looks good. She's hyping up her brother. Aw, she's like, you are looking so put together today, bro. And he's like, bro. And she's like, bro. And they fist bump. Oh, Volpaw obediently follows Silent Pelt out of camp for today's lesson. She's just his little shadow. I feel like now they're becoming really, really close again, especially now that they're mentor apprentice. Let's send out Breeze Paw and Freckled Apple. Maybe let's do a border patrol. Freckled Apple is like really eager to go on border patrols. Breeze Paw's like, are we sure we should just go out us two? And she's like, yep, come on. The Mulberry Clan scent marks on this area of the border seem a little bit more faint than usual. It could be an opportunity to mark further into Mulberry Clan land, or it could be something to be cautious about. Oh, for sure it should be something that we should be cautious about. We have loyal and compassionate. Neither of those traits to me feel like they would be antagonistic. They would push it a little bit, especially Freckled Apple, who wants the excuse to go a little further into the territory to see what she can see, but I don't think they'd antagonize, but they for sure would proceed. Freckled Apple won't be the one to put the first paw wrong, no matter how tempting the circumstance. She's always trying to do good, though. She marks the border exactly right. Oh, Freckled Apple. Freckled Apple is so, like, complex. She is a good deputy. She will do what's right. And then Snailstar, you know what? Freckle, Dapple, and Freezepaw came back and explained everything. And Snailstar's like, oh, I'm gonna take advantage of that. And she's gonna go on a border patrol all by herself. Snailstar heads out into the mountains alone, wanting to make a quick check on the border. She wants to try and see if she can get a little further into the territory of the other guys. Snailstar finds a Mulberry Clan patrol out marking the same border and can't contain her hostility. That sounds about right. Eventually, the other patrol snaps. Oh, and Snailstar loses a life in a vicious fight. Mulberry Clan boasts about it at the next gathering. Snailstar lost a life, died. Relations with Mulberry Clan have worsened. Now she's lost 2 lives in quick succession. Normally it'd be like, oh, she's gonna be more cautious. But if anything, I feel like she's gonna go, such in the other way now of just being a menace. I think she's gonna bring a dark time for Redclan, and everybody's worried. Okay, Moon 24. Redclan doesn't have enough healthy healers. Redclan launches a retaliatory strike against Mulberry Clan, seeking justice for a past act of aggression, resulting war between the 2 clans. I told you, Snailstar. Oh my god, she's like, you will pay for this. And now she started a war. Oh my god. Despite the clan's alarmingly low stock of herbs, Midnight Bloom brings what scant amount they have to Mulberry Clan, having heard of their crisis. Oh no, Midnight Bloom's like, maybe I can kind of like smooth things over. However, with a full mouth, Midnight Bloom takes a claw to the face before he can explain his intentions. Oh, poor guy. Owl Ash considers if perhaps this isn't where he belongs. He's an elder and he's looking over and he's like, Snailstar is like losing it. And he's looking over at Burn Kit and Otter Kit. He's like, I don't know if this is where we should be. This seems really dangerous. He's kind of thinking, he's like, maybe I should just take the girls and leave because we're all in danger here. Relationships. Freezepaw laughs a little too long at one of Snailstar's jokes. I feel like everybody's kind of on edge with Snailstar. She's moved from being like the mean girl, like, oh, you don't want to make her mad because she's a mean girl, into the you don't want to make her mad because you don't know what she's gonna do. Freezepaw gets a bug off Snowy Paw's pelt and takes it out of camp. That's so cute. She's like, oh, here, let me get that for you. And she grabs it and she just carefully walks out of camp, puts him on a leaf. I feel like Snowy Paw would watch Freezepaw take this bug and walk it out of camp and he'd be like, why would you do that? Why would you not just squish it? But he's like, that is so weird. I feel like that would mean a lot to Snowy Paw, even if he doesn't recognize it right away. Oh my god, it's like when his dad squashed the bug on Freckle Dapple. It's like the complete opposite now. So he's like, maybe I can learn to be compassionate. Maybe friendship is magic. Oh no, Owl Ash. He's like, you know what, guys? There's a lot going on right now. Big war happening. Medicine Cat got clawed in the face. There's just a lot of animosity going on. But what will fix this? Morning yoga. And they all go, God damn it, Owl Ash, in perfect unison. Midnight Bloom, Freckle Dapple, Otter Kit, and Burn Kit. He's like his daughters. He's like, you two, you must learn the ways of Redclan. It's yoga time. They're like, oh my god. Snowy Paw gently woke up Silent Pelt this morning. Silent Pelt, at first, as an apprentice, was just like kind of just a jerk and snarky and rude. But now, as he's grown up, he doesn't close himself off. But he just doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't give a crap. He is just focused on him and what he needs. If somebody talks to him, he'll just like nod or just totally walk away and pretend like he didn't hear it. But when it comes to Snowy Paw and Volpaw, I feel like he's completely different. He wants to hear about their day and he's talking to them. And like if somebody else is there, he won't be quite as open when it's just them. If he saw Snowy Paw, and Silent Pelt's the only one in the den, and Snowy Paw comes in being like dad, and he would call him daddy. And then I feel like Silent Pelt would like grab him and like give him a noogie and be like, oh, yeah. And somebody like Owl Ash would walk in and Silent Pelt would immediately stop and just be like, hey, Owl Ash. And Owl Ash would walk by and then do what he needs to do and leaves. And then they go back to like roughhousing together, Silent Pelt and Snowy Paw. Oh, I love that. Otter Kit spends the day helping around camp with Quick Cricket. Otter Kit loves Quick Cricket. She's like, you're so cool. He's like, I know. Cat list. What are we all doing? So Snailstar considers exiling elders from now on. I kind of actually like that though. Okay, I'm gonna roll a number generator, 1 to 10. If it's even, she doesn't exile elders. If it's odd, she does start exiling elders. Let's see. 5. Oh no! Oh my god! Yeah, you're just gonna have to believe me. I promise it's 5. Austin, does the screen say 5?
This is 5.
That's his 5. Snailstar stands up on the high rock. She doesn't even call a meeting. She just starts talking. And everybody's like, what? So everybody kind of walks out there looking. And she's like, we've been too weak for too long. There's a war going on. We can't waste time trying to protect those who can't protect themselves. And so she's like, from now on, we are banishing elders. And the first to go is Owl Ash because he's an elder. So she exiles Owlash. Oh, it's shocked they've been exiled. Now he's a loner. And his daughters, they're little. Freckled Apple, Silent Pelt, all the warriors are like, no, like, you cannot do this. She's like, I can do whatever I want. I'm the leader. And they're like, no, we will not allow you to do that. What would be the reason that they would go along with it, story-wise? Like, Thunder crashes. Oh, wait, Thunder. Because they all have, like, this weird... Okay, hang on, I'm cooking. They have this weird, like, fear of Thunder. So maybe just as she's like, I'm leader, I will do what I want. And perfect timing, Thunder booms over top of them. And they all kind of cower. Like, is that, like, StarClan? And they get very shaken. There's a war going on. If we fight right now, our clan will not survive. And you know what? I feel like Owlash, he's a little bit goofy, but he's like, no, don't fight on my behalf. And his daughters try to go with him, and he's like, no, like, it is very dangerous out here. You are babies. One day I'll come back and we can go together. But right now, like, you need to stay here where you're safe, where you're going to be taken care of. He's like, I'll go. It's just easier for me to go. But nobody, oh, Owlash, no. If something happens to Snailstar, we'll try and bring him back. But my God, so much happens. Okay, time skip, 1 moon. Snailstar's rejection of Quick Cricket was very public. Quick Cricket's like, you know, Snailstar going through a lot right now. I really care for you. And he's trying to talk her out of this. He's like, I love you. And Snailstar, I feel like that's going to make her snap because she's like, at a time like this, how dare you? And he's like, oh, damn. And so it was very public and it almost pushes her further. Snailstar has been following the progress of Freezepaw for moons and feels that it's finally time for her to get her warrior name, Freeze Timber. I feel like Snailstar gives her the suffix snail. She's like, from this time forward, any warriors that are made a warrior under me will remember like how powerful I am, and they will hold my name as a memory of that. They're like, what? We are our own people. We don't want your last name. And she's like, I don't care. So Freeze Snail, she is not happy about that. No one is happy about that. Ooh, Midnight Bloom thinks the clan's ancestors smile upon Snailstar. It says high positive effect, but I feel like he's like, wouldn't they have stepped in by now if they weren't agreeing with her? So he's like, StarClan must smile upon what she's doing because otherwise this doesn't make any sense. So he's like, I guess we just have to trust in what our ancestors are saying and just believe that this is right and just kind of keep doing with what we can do. Otterkit's laugh reminds Quick Cricket of someone he misses. Owl, Ash's daughter, laughs, and it reminds Quick Cricket of how much he misses Owlash, because he's like, I see him everywhere. I see him in your laugh. I see him in your face. I see him in your eyes. Oh. Quick Cricket is wondering what it would be like to grow old with Snailstar, but he's like, will I grow old with Snailstar here because she's gonna kill us all? He does have these feelings for her, but they're really being challenged right now. You were the one who let me into the clan. I love being here, but what is happening to you? So I feel like Burnkit and Otterkit, they watched their dad be exiled, but I feel like then Snailstar steps in and is almost like whispering in their ear of like, you two are gonna be so strong and like maybe one day you'll be leader. And I feel like she's gonna try and like have them on her side, kind of like her clique at the beginning. Poor Freckled Apple, because Freckled Apple's seeing the writing on the wall. She's 116 moons. She's like, I'm gonna get exiled here pretty quick. I am the deputy, so hopefully that saves me. And she's like, I just want to leave. She's like, I want to go to Mulberry Clan. We're not in a good place with them, but like at least Swan Speckle is still the deputy. She's like, well, if I can appeal to Swan Speckle, Red Paw, and Frigid maybe I can convince them to let me in and be safe. But she has this guilt because she's like, I can't leave the rest of them here. There's no way they'll let us all join. So she's like, I can't just abandon them. And she's like, I'm the deputy. I gotta step up. So as much as she wants to go, she just won't. Burnkit is practicing identifying different types of leaves. Maybe she should be a medicine cat. Okay, 25. A lot going on. Oh god. The cats of both Mulberry Clan and Redclan don't know when or how to anticipate battles anymore. Some of the less sympathetic cats of Redclan would prefer to try and hack up a hairball rather than watch Quick Cricket and Snailstar melt in each other's direction. New mates can be insufferable. Quick Cricket not shading on him, but he's like, oh, I gotta kind of like be close to the leader because like she can decide what happens to me and my daughters. So maybe if I'm on her good side, then she'll like let us be. I just made her a menace. She loses 2 lives and I've decided she's the most evil cat. Jeepers. Volpaw makes a small sacrifice that benefits Snailstar. She felt like she didn't have a choice there. Oh god, I love when this game just lines up perfectly. Quick Cricket is one of the only cats who can make Snailstar laugh because he knows exactly how to do it. It's manipulative. It's not a good thing. He is trying to do it for self-preservation. Ooh, listen to this. Snailstar hopes to postpone the retirement of her clan mates. She's saying it a little sinisterly? I don't think that's a word. Saying it with a sinister tone. You know, I really hope I don't have to make any of you guys retire because that means you're gonna share like the same fate as Owlash. So you better not try and start thinking about retiring. And everybody's like, oh my god, what a veiled threat that is not veiled in the slightest. Freckled Apple must speak with the leader soon about something she found while out on a patrol. Freckled Apple would plot to maybe try and kill Snailstar. Not to be like, I want power, but to be like, this is going to end so badly for all these cats that I care about. Snailstar has to be stopped. Maybe she starts thinking about a plan. Because like right now where they're at, they don't have enough cat power to chase her out. Especially with Quick Cricket, who will defend her. Even Midnight Bloom, the medicine cat, is like, I don't know. Like I think StarClan is fine with this. So they're kind of in a weird position where they can't do anything. Yeah, Free Snail thinks Snailstar could be leading the clan better. You and me both, girl. Okay, on to Moon 27. The war with Mulberry Clan has finally ended. Thank God. Burnpaw always seems to have dry herbs stuck in her fur. I think we've gotten like 2 signs that Burnpaw should be a medicine cat. Midnight Bloom's gonna take on Burnpaw as an apprentice. Otterpaw's reached the age of 6 moon. Snailstar is like, I will be the one to mentor you. Relationships. After having Silent Pelt challenge her, Snailstar commands Freckled Apple, the deputy, to help her punish Silent Pelt. Everyone ends up hurt, though Snailstar feels like she can trust Freckled Apple more. That was a smart play on Freckled Apple's part. In her mind, she's like, I'm sorry, Silent Pelt, like I gotta do this. Yeah, she doesn't want to, but she's like, I gotta go along with this. Oh my god, Free Snail. She's like, you know what? I've heard about this legendary yoga. Come do morning yoga just when I forgot. Oh god, this whole time Snowy Paw's been a meteor. I haven't been using him. I kind of forgot. I don't want this romantically. Freckled Apple and try to be more friends with Silent Pelt because she's like, I need some senior warriors on my side because we gotta deal with Snailstar. Freckled Apple isn't gonna try and talk to Quick Cricket about it. He's trying to do everything to appease Snailstar, so he'll like tattle on her. Also won't really want to talk to Midnight Bloom about it because he's shown his stance of like, no, like we gotta listen to leader StarClan says. So I feel like Freckled Apple is most likely to confer with Silent Pelt. Free Snail probably too, actually. Volpaw's mentor still out and out for now. Send her and Free Snail, and we'll send Otterpaw. We'll send these 3 out hunting. Damn it! Crap. What's the word I can say in this? Bleep it, Jaden. Free Snail took Volpaw and Otterpaw out, and Otterpaw died. Otterpaw takes the lead in checking the source of the noise behind a rock and comes face to face with a snarling Wolverine. Otterpaw yowls for her patrol, but the other cats aren't quick enough to stop the Wolverine from killing Otterpaw with one quick and deadly swipe. Oh no! Snailstar's not gonna be happy about that. What will she do next, Moon? We are so low on cats right now, it is ridiculous. While Snailstar is not quite sure that Volpaw has outgrown her childish quirks, she welcomes her as a full warrior to the clan. Snailstar, in typical Snailstar way, she's gonna change it to Volsnail. Let's check in on Freckled Apple's family in Mulberry Clan. So Swanspeckle's still the deputy. Red Swan, oh my god, she took her dad's name. Oh, a deep forest bond, you see that? Here's what I'm thinking. Snailstar, looking at the clan, she's like, we don't have like any more apprentices, we have no young cats here, and she's getting stressed. So I feel like she's gonna go into one of the other clans and steal kits. We're gonna do change clan, and we're gonna put them into Redclan, okay? But hear me out, hear me out. In our head, he was stolen, and look at that, he's the leader's son. She'll be like, no, I found him walking around, but she actually stole him from another clan, and everybody's like suspicious about it. I don't know why they wouldn't smell that he smelled like another clan. Well, yada yada away the fact that they can't tell that he's from another clan, even though they probably should. She's like, you guys should just be happy that we have more future warriors. I'm gonna change its name, and she's gonna change him into Snail Kit. Plus, she doesn't even probably know what his name is. So she's like, I'm gonna name him Snail Kit. On to Moon 29. Oh, whoa. Snailstar announced that she's expecting kits. Ooh. Oh my god, Snail Kit, no! Damn it! This is what I get. Snail Kit died from a broken bone. Why did you break your bone? But Snailstar was a little too rough. Mulberry Clan's not gonna be so pleased with us. Uh-oh. What's everybody thinking? Freckled Apple is now a senior, but she's not retired. It's overthinking a recent encounter with a rival clan. Okay, get this. She meets her daughter, Frigid Paw, at the border. I think that her 2 daughters have kind of sniffed out the fact that that's their mother, and they have this kind relationship with them, not lovey-dovey, but like they recognize, like, you're in another clan, we're in this clan, we'll be kind to you and we'll talk, but they still respect borders and stuff. But as they were talking, Frigid Heather mentioned something of like, yeah, you know, this little kit went missing from the nursery. No one's really sure what happened. And like, as she's explaining it, Freckled Apple's thinking, she's like, hang on, that sounds a lot like Snail Kit, or who we thought was Snail Kit. Freckled Apple is slowly starting to put the pieces together of like, hang on. And I think deep down she knows, and they all kind of maybe figured that that's what Snailstar would do, but they're like, no, she wouldn't stoop to that. But then all of these pieces together, Freckled Apple's like, I think like that actually might be what happened. And so I think Freckled Apple is super freaked out about that. On to Moon 30. Ooh, Snowy Paw has proven himself skillful at handling the clan's disputes. He is given the name Snowy Drizzle. Ooh, and look, a loner waits at the border for a patrol, and finding one led by Quick Cricket asks to join the clan. It's now called Heathergrass. Heathergrass has no idea what she's just wandered into. Oh, no, my god, we're in so much trouble. Silent Pelt fell into the river. Free Snail drowned alongside Silent Pelt while trying to rescue him. Damn it. That sucks. I really like Silent Pelt. Oh no, Free Snail. Now Quick Cricket is gonna be like super leaning into siding with Snail Star because he's like, okay, now my whole family is Snail Star and the kids that are about to be here, and he's like so torn up about Free Snail. But you know what? When Free Snail got into StarClan, they're like, we see what's happening and we are not okay with this. And so they're like, you are not Free Snail. You will be Freeze Timber again. What your name should have been. Oh, listen to this. Silent Pelt starts to plan things, hoping that Midnight Bloom will get involved. So maybe Silent Pelt was starting to like sow the seeds of like, okay, we have to take care of Snailstar. Like this has to stop. Like somebody has to stop her. And so he's kind of sharing these thoughts to Midnight Bloom, and Midnight Bloom's sort of kind of starting to be like, you know what, you're right. Like the sign from StarClan, like maybe it was just happenstance and this is not right. And I feel it in my gut. But then, directly after that, Silent Pelt drowns, and Midnight Bloom's like, oh, yep, nope, that was a sign from StarClan, nope, I'm definitely not gonna mess with that. He's like, if you try and mess with Snailstar, StarClan will get involved, and they will take you out. That wasn't what happened, but to Midnight Bloom, he's gonna see it that way. Okay, so I feel like Midnight Bloom is even more loyal to almost a fault now, because he watched Silent Pelt being smitten by StarClan, so he's like, clearly this is what they want. Quick Cricket, ooh, looks at Silent Pelt's body and feels nothing but scorn. Good riddance. Oh, because Free Snail drowned trying to save him. He kind of like blames Silent Pelt. He's like, Free Snail would not be dead if you weren't drowning. He has huge resentment, and I don't think they liked each other when they were living. Oh my god, and Snailstar, everyone to read the room, is like, okay, everybody's so sad. Morning yoga. Oh, Freckledapple. Oh, Freckledapple. Freckledapple sees a glimmer of determination in Snailstar's eyes. Our clan is so little. Snowy Drizzle. Oh no, arranged the flowers for his dad's vigil. Oh, my heart. Oh, everybody's mourning. Heathergrass, shut up. You don't know anybody. You just got here. Misses the warmth that Free Snail brought to her life. My god, you don't even go here. Oh my god, Full Snail. I forgot about Full Snail. Full Snail clung so desperately to Silent Pelt's body that she had to be dragged away. She's like, first mom, now you. I can't do this. For the love of god, don't let anything happen to Full Snail or Snowy. Did he ever get a name? Snowy Drizzle, right? I guess I never changed. Maybe me and Snailstar both forgot about him, so he got away with not having to have snail as a suffix. Oops. But you know what? Snowy Drizzle's like, from this day forward, I don't want to be known as Snowy Drizzle. I want to be Snowy Silence. That kind of goofy. I don't care. Okay, for his dad. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but I won't tell if you won't. Okay, Moon 31. In the nursery, Snailstar lies suckling a litter of 2 kids. Oh, immediately clear that Rockkit can't feel his hind legs as soon as he's born, but he seems like a happy bundle of newborn fluff anyways. Okay, I want to see them. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Glacier Kit and Rockkit. It looks like he's wearing a little jacket. Rocky, he's so fashionable. What's everybody thinking? Snailstar yearns to fight. Snailstar. What? Quick Cricket, are you good? Are you fine? Quick Cricket seems to be oblivious to Quick Cricket glaring from across the camp. Cook with me. So Quick Cricket is seeing himself from across the clans. He's like, that looks like me. That's me staring across the camp. But what he doesn't realize is it's actually Freeze Timber. Freeze Timber is like, Dad, like, you can't do this. Like, you need to, like, stand up, man. I know you got Kit, but, like, you can't let this keep going. He seems oblivious to it, though. He seems. I like that wording. Seems to be oblivious. So I think they do mean he's oblivious, but I'm gonna take it as he's acting as though he's oblivious to it, but he's actually like, oh my god. And he can see himself. Mind you, they look nothing alike, but just work with me here. And he sees her and he's like, oh, and he knows deep down, he's like, I am sucking up to her for my safety. Like, I have not cared about, like, obviously, like, his daughter, but he, like, never stood up for her name or anything like that. He's got this guilty conscience. So whether or not it actually even is Freeze Timber, it could just be maybe a figment of, like, his guilt and his imagination. He's freaked out by that, I think. Okay. Freckledapple thinks about retiring from being deputy. Freckledapple isn't as young as she used to be, and her aching joints are making that extremely clear. Oh no. Snowy Silence's clanmates notice that he talks a lot about Rockkit. Snowy Silence is the mediator. He wants an apprentice really bad, so he keeps bringing him up, hoping that Snailstar will give Rockkit to him as an apprentice. Freckledapple is unsure what the rest of the clan thinks of her as deputy. Girl, it's been a minute that you've been deputy. You've lasted the longest of all of them. Also, look, she has a little red nose because she wants to retire. But she's like, if I retire, 2 things happen. 1, I'm kicked out of the clan. 2, I'm leaving the clan in the paws of Snailstar. Okay, so for patrol, we'll send Quick Cricket. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I should have read that before. I thought I was just gonna skip past this. I didn't read it because I'm like, oh, I'll just say what they've done because I'll save the time. No, Heathergrass died. That's a Heathergrass takes the lead in checking the source of the noise and comes face to face. Oh my god, another Wolverine. Heathergrass in one quick and deadly swipe. We'll send Midnight Bloom and Burn Paw. Ooh, just what we need. While searching for some specific herbs, Midnight Bloom is startled by weird sounds and whispers on the wind. Midnight Bloom suddenly finds himself nose to nose with a panting, bleeding queen. Midnight Bloom brings the queen back to camp where the clan can assist. And then we have Burn It Zoom, Bitter Kit, Rocky Kit, and Grackle Kit. We gotta change Rocky Kit because I will get so messed up with Rock Kit and Rocky Kit. They're so cute. Oh my god, Rocky Kit has a little heart. Gotta change her into like maybe Patch. That's perfect. Patch Kit. Okay, I know this is like so petty, but I don't like the last name Zoom. Burn It Patch. Perfect. Attention seeker, noisy, and self-conscious. Oh, Bitter Kit. Bitter Kit. Oh, Bitter Kit. Bitter Kit, don't be self-conscious. Okay, on to Moon 33. Quick Cricket warns Glacier Kit about something on the ground so Glacier Kit doesn't trip. What if he's super protective over Glacier Kit? He's like worried something will happen to them, like his other daughters. Glacier Kit heard a story about something kind Snailstar did, but Snailstar was the one telling the story. You should have seen me. I rescued 5 children from a burning building. She goes, what's a child and what's a building? He's like, don't worry about it, just trust me. Bitter Kit calls Grackle Kit a stinky dirt face. That is vulgar. This is a family-friendly channel, Bitter Kit. No wonder you're called Bitter Kit. So nothing too crazy when it comes to events. Let's see for relationships. Oh, okay, these kittens just love bugs. Burn It Patch sees Patch Kit being gentle with an injured bug. Patch Kit, we love bugs. Oh, bugs, that's the next prophecy. Bugs alone will kill Snailstar. Wait, snail? Hang on now. Is a snail a bug? Am I a little goofball for asking that? Are snails bugs? I'm gonna have to Google this. In my mind, they are. Maybe that's a symbolism for something. A singular symbolism. Grackle Kit caught Frackledapple. Huh? What? Frackledapple? I don't want to say this, but that was kind of a boring moon. Nothing happened. What's our goal here? Feeding the clan. Our clan is so small and so fragile at the moment. So the worst thing that we could do right now is antagonizing the other clans. So that's exactly what Snailstar is going to do. Let's go to the next moon. Finally, New Leaf, thank God. I don't think... Sure... This doesn't mean Frackledapple died, does it? Frackledapple found bees trying to form a hive in the corner of camp. Frackledapple got swarmed by bees. No, I don't think that means. I think she got swarmed by bees. Quick Cricket notices how Glacier Kit is being helpful around camp. Quick Cricket loves Glacier Kit so much. What's everybody thinking today? Snailstar. Okay, everybody's... Why? Snailstar? Snailstar pictures a glorious war breaking out. Could we, for like 5 seconds, Snailstar, walk with me, talk with me, look at the amount of casts that we do not have, and then reconsider our thoughts and maybe have a moment of peace and clarity where we think, let's have just silence and let's think of a happy place, perhaps a field of flowers, where we don't cause utter destruction and chaos for our neighbors. Have we considered that? Burn Paw is feeling a bit ill. Ever since she was made a medicine cat, she's been feeling a bit ill. So she's a medicine cat, but she's not super great at holding her stomach. She gets a little queasy pretty quickly, so somebody comes in with a thorn in their paw, or maybe just like a scratch that's a little like irritated, and she's like, it's Burn It Patch is cautious of animals waking from hibernation. Don't worry, it's just a bear behind you. Rock Kit, so Snowy Silence is really highly hyping up Rock Kit, and he's charming and fascinated by prophecies. I really want him to be, I think, the next mediator apprentice. +2, having Snailstar's son being the next mediator, I feel like she would just love that. Let's go on to Moon 37. Okay, that is so anticlimactic. All right. Frackledapple died from a bee sting. Remember the whole insect thing? Remember the whole bug situation? Because I sure do, and now I'm furious. Why, oh why, does StarClan hate me? Question mark. I swear to God, Snailstar, mark my words, is gonna make stupid Quick Cricket. Cricket, a bug, another bug. Oh my god, it's all pointing to something, but I don't know what. Frackledapple died from a bee sting. Of all the ways to perish, did I think it would be a bee sting? No. And yet, finally, Quick Cricket gets an apprentice that I will let him keep, which is Glacier Paw. And then Rock Paw became an apprentice to Burn It Patch. We'll be switching Rock Paw to Snowy Silence's apprentice. Yes, Snailstar chooses Quick Cricket to take over as deputy. She hopes Frackledapple would approve. May I be the one to tell you that Frackledapple, in fact, would not approve of that, even at all. Ew, Snailstar and Quick Cricket have been sickeningly lovey-dovey all day. Burnpaw promises Snowy Silence that everything will be okay. Burnpaw's taking the time to reassure him. Volsnail sees the skill with which Burnpaw heals a clanmate. I feel like since day one, Burnpaw has proven herself to be a really good medicine cat. An affinity towards herbs and stuff like that. We didn't look at what everybody's thinking. Snailstar encourages warriors to destroy other clans' herb supplies. Snailstar... Okay. Quick Cricket was seen crying in his nest after Freckledapple's vigil. That's interesting. Curious to know why he would be crying, because I didn't think they liked each other all that much. Burnpaw's wondering what living with two legs must be like. Burnpaw, who do you like? Oh, Midnight Bloom and Burnpaw don't really like each other. I don't know why. Snowy Silence, doesn't think he will ever be the same without Freckledapple. You know what? She was kind of a step-in mother figure after Ink passed away. Is amused how Glacier Paw managed to look so grumpy all the time. Is Glacier Paw grumpy? Oh, she is grumpy. Oh, she definitely got that from her mom. She's grumpy but confident with words. Like how Silent Pelt was cold and sharp and didn't give a crap. She'll just tell you what she thinks and she will be mean about it. Let's move on to Moon 38. Bitterpaw is now an apprentice with Burnit Patch as a mentor. Okay, so there's a very severe lack of mentors, so Burnit Patch is also going to mentor Patchpaw. Both of those are her children. Gracklepaw is given Volsnail as a mentor. Interesting. Gracklepaw. I like Gracklepaw. I like this little beauty mark he has. I feel like Gracklepaw and Volsnail have older sister, younger brother energy. We're in kind of a lull for action, so I do fear that that means something big is on the horizon. Snailstar. Surely you're not having any violent thoughts today. Encourages warriors to start fights on border patrols. Okay, let's carry on to Moon 39. Snailstar announced that she's expecting kids. She's like, there's not enough kids in this clan, so I will populate the clan. I'm hesitant to say this, but part of me is thinking that Snailstar's chilling out a little bit. But then as I say that, every time I pan to her, she's having the most dastardly evil thoughts. Burnpaw wants to show her mentor that she is smart, skilled, and talented. She and Midnight Bloom, they have a weird animosity. Midnight Bloom never wanted to be the medicine cat. So with Burnpaw having this natural talent towards healing, I wonder if he's either eager to move out of the medicine cat den into a different position, or if he resents her for being naturally talented. I feel like he's had to learn it where it comes very just second nature to her. Onto Moon 40. Ooh, Burnpaw's methods are a little unconventional, but it's hard to argue with results. Ooh, she gains her healer name of Burn Feather. Oh, I love that. While the oldest healer, aka Midnight Bloom, warns her not to do anything too risky. Oh, book smart and intuition when it comes to the two of them. So I wonder if it is just this like rough feeling of like not distrust, but like this just fundamental disagreement on how to do healing and stuff like that. With Snailstar's whole snail suffix thing, Snailstar has gone past the bump of time where she was going off the deep end when it comes to making rash decisions. So I think Snailstar is pulling back on the whole everybody taking the snail suffix, especially when it comes to like medicine cats. I could see her not wanting to mess with a medicine cat suffix. Oh no, rumors reach a clan that the exiled Owlash has died recently. And he wasn't even with us. Oh. Snowy Silence doesn't laugh when Burnfeather does something embarrassing. I feel like Snowy Silence has this quiet little crush on Burnfeather. Oh, and look at this. Wants to speak to Snowy Silence about something. She's totally just looking for an excuse to talk to him, and what has he said? Taunted a dog stuck behind a two-leg fence. Snowy Silence, I thought you were gonna be cute and also be thinking about her, but no, in fact, he was thinking about a dog. Snowy Silence doesn't laugh when Burnfeather does something embarrassing. Burnfeather, whatever she does, maybe trip. Everybody in the clan is laughing and her ears are flat. She's kind of looking around and then she catches Snowy Silence's eyes. He doesn't really give a lot of emotions, but he is showing like, I do not agree with him laughing at you. Gracklepaw and Burnfeather come up with a catchy song together. That is cute. Oh, you know what? Okay, so Gracklepaw is the apprentice to Volsnail. Volsnail and Snowy Silence are siblings. That is confusing. But Burnfeather hanging out with Gracklepaw, and she's just unashamedly her. And she's just having a good time with Gracklepaw. Maybe they're coming up with like a medicine thing. Volsnail is sitting there kind of like watching and laughing at this shaking out because that's her apprentice, and she's like, oh, those two, and just having a moment. And remember, Snowy Silence and Volsnail look identical. So then Snowy Silence walks up and he sits beside Volsnail, and they're kind of talking for a second. They're both watching. And Volsnail just so quietly just like taps him on on the shoulder, like gives him a little nudge because she knows that he fancies her and he's too shy to say anything, but they're just both like watching this unfold, and Gracklepaw and Burnfeather have no idea. They're just in their own little world. They're having a good time. I feel like Snowy Silence is so helplessly in love with Burnfeather. Patrol time. We'll send Quick Cricket and his apprentice, Glacier Paw, hunting. They bring a small amount back. Burnit, Patch, and her 2 apprentices, and they'll go hunting as well. Huge amount. Gracklepaw and Volsnail. Ooh, so Volsnail takes Gracklepaw out, and the patrol encounters, oh god, a swarm of 2 legs. If anything happens to Volsnail, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh no, Gracklepaw mostly ignores the 2 legs as he hunts. He's arrogant, crawling into a metal box to follow the scent of food. Eventually, 2 legs notice and Gracklepaw is taken by them. Gracklepaw has been lost. Oh god. Man, Volsnail has bad luck with apprentices. We'll send the 2 medicine cats out for some herbs. Ooh, look at this. Midnight Bloom and Burnfeathers. While they're searching for some specific herbs, Midnight Bloom is startled by weird sounds and whispers on the wind. Midnight Bloom suddenly finds himself nose to nose with the panting, bleeding queen. Midnight Bloom brings the queen back to the camp where the clan can assist. Night, Dandelion Kit, Charred Kit, and Black Kit. Ooh, so this is Night. Oh, Night is so cute. Oh my god, Night looks like Sunny. Should we give her a warrior name? Night Shatter? That's so sick. I've switched it. Sorry, everybody. We've changed it to Duck Kit. That is so cute. Duck Kit. Charred Kit, her sister. And then Black Kit, the little Tom. On to Moon. 41. Oh, Snailstar and Quick Cricket's eyes meet over their litter of 2 kits. Another pair! Rook Kit, look, he's got 1 little orange leg. Night Kit. Oh, we gotta change Night Kit because we have Night Shatter, but we'll change him to... Oh, you know what? I've tried to call Snailstar Snake Star so many times. We're gonna change him to Snake Kit. Rockpaw has taken, oh my gosh, that was so fast. Although young, he's ready to take on the duties of a full mediator. He's given the name Rockhail. Oh, that's cool. After having Volsnail challenge her, oh, we're back to Snailstar shenanigans. Snailstar commands Quick Cricket to help her punish Volsnail. So Snailstar does feel she can trust Quick Cricket more. Snowy Silence's good morning to Snailstar meant a lot to her, but Snowy Silence is so mad that Snailstar punished Volsnail. So him saying good morning is completely filled with like hate and venom, but Snailstar totally does not pick up on it. Snowy Silence gives advice to Burnfeather. It's not good advice, but Burnfeather appreciates the effort. Oh, Snowy Silence, you little hopeless romantic. He's just looking for an excuse to talk to her. So he's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you something. And she's like, yeah, like what would you like to tell me? And he's like, just the most useless fact. And she's like, okay, but she's just so titillated that he's talking to her too. Ooh, Snowy Silence and Quick Cricket argued about something trivial and neither of them apologized. Oh, he's so mad that Quick Cricket hurt his sister. Oh, he's mad. Oh, Black Kit! It looks like he's wearing little glasses, little Harry Potter glasses. What's everybody thinking? Snailstar? Oh god, daydreams about killing a certain cat? Who? It's just Freckled Apple again. Ooh, Burnfeather is thinking about taking on a new apprentice. Let's do our patrols. Let's send Patchpaw and Midnight Bloom. Midnight Bloom leads Patchpaw through Redclan's territory, enjoying the nice day. Patchpaw looks like she wants to ask him a question. Oh no, Midnight Bloom. I don't even think Midnight Bloom knows the answer to this. Patchpaw tentatively explains that she's curious about where kits come from. Midnight Bloom sputters but quickly gathers himself and gently tells Patchpaw that this isn't really the best place to ask and it might be best to wait until she's a bit older. Patchpaw huffs but relents. Midnight Bloom said that because he has no clue. He's like, I don't even freaking know, what do I think? He's like, I think that they come out of flowers, but I can't be sure. Oh, Moon 42. Ooh, Patchpaw has excelled at every task. Oh wow, that was fast. Despite her young age, she is more than ready to be a warrior and is given the name Patch Badger, honoring her adaptability. Oh my gosh, she's only 10 moons. Yeah, she's so young, what the heck? Okay, let's see the relationships. Burnfeather knows the advice that Volsnail gave her will be helpful. Volsnail knows how much her brother is in love with Burnfeather. She's like going out of her way to be friends with her. Oh, Snowy Silence saves a piece of prey for Burnfeather because he knows it's her favorite. Let's look at everybody's thoughts. Volsnail refuses to take training seriously. Oh, she can't because Gracklepaw's gone and she's just is trying to distract herself and she's trying to show everybody that it's not affecting her, but it really, really is. And so every night she goes out into the territory, backtracking where she lost Gracklepaw and is constantly going out just to see if she can catch a whiff of him, see if she can find some kind of way to bring him back home. She's kind of letting other duties slip just because of how much she misses him. Glacier Paw is picking a fight with Night Shatter. Glacier Paw, why? Oh, it's because Snailstar is your mother, that's why. Snake Kit wants a badger ride. Quick, someone give this boy a badger ride. Oh, Redclan welcomes Glacier Tail. I love that name as a new warrior, honoring her bravery. Adventurous and eloquent speaker. Okay, on to Moon 44. What's everybody thinking? Snowy Silence readies himself for the emotions a new birth might provoke? Who? There's nobody in the clan who's expecting. Snowy Silence, what are you talking about, bro? Rookit. Let's time skip. Oh geez. Redclan doesn't have enough healthy healers, but why? Oh, probably this. Midnight Bloom fought a rogue. He needed to be rushed to the healer's den after. Bitter Paw was made into a warrior named Bitternut, honored for her composure. Let's mosey over to relationships. Volsnail takes Burnfeather's side while Burnfeather is in a debate. Oh, Volsnail and Burnfeather, I swear to God, they're besties. Okay, so they're all kind of doing boring things. This whole year has been kind of uneventful, not gonna lie. So for our patrols, I want to send a Quick Cricket on his own. I keep wanting to get him into trouble. Ooh, Quick Cricket finds an abandoned kit whose parents are nowhere to be found. The evil little monster inside of me says hit antagonize, but Quick Cricket has always had a really big soft spot for his daughters. So there was Scorch Paw, Freeze Paw, or Freeze Timber, Freeze Snail. But then there was also now Glacier Tail, this is testing me, Rock, Hail, oh my god, they rhyme, Snake Kit, can't remember. Oh, Rook Kit. So I think he would have a soft spot for this kit. We'll hit proceed. Oh no. The kid is rushed back to camp but grows weak and dies a few days later. Oh, I feel like that's gonna affect Quick Cricket. On to Moon 46. Ooh, Snailstar was killed by her infected wound. The leader has 6 lives left. Oh, and look at this. As a new healer apprentice, Duckpaw dreams of StarClan for the first time. Charred Paw, sits beside her new mentor, Volsnail, as the meeting comes to a close. Volsnail's gonna feel weird about that. She's either gonna be super doting as a mentor or like super, not standoffish, but cold and not wanting to get close, kind of like what her dad was like. Oh, that's so funny. Each of the siblings became warrior, healer, and mediator. Blackpaw always wanted to help his clanmates but didn't want to heal or fight. He chooses to become a mediator apprentice. Midnight Bloom called Burnfeather lazy, and Burnfeather has retaliated by nitpicking everything Midnight Bloom does. High negative effect. Oh my gosh, the two healers, they do not like each other. And I don't think they ever have. They've always had weird feelings. Okay, let's go on our patrols. Let's take Snailstar out by herself to do border patrol. We haven't done one of those in a minute. Snailstar heads out to the mountains alone, wanting to make a quick check of the border. Oh, this is very surprising. Snailstar comes across a patrol from Mulberry Clan. They strike up a friendly conversation. Relationships with Mulberry have improved. Oh. So maybe Snailstar is like turning a new leaf. More patrol. Glacier Tail surely will bring something back. Oh, a huge amount. Glacier Tail, what a goat. On to Moon 47. Rookpaw is a maiden apprentice with Snailstar as her mentor, and Snakepaw is maiden apprentice with Nightshatter as his mentor. Okay, I don't think anything too exciting is happening. Okay, so we'll send Midnight Bloom. Should we just send him hunting by himself? Midnight Bloom is tempted to eat the prey he just caught, but he wouldn't back in the day, but has he changed? Proceed. Uh-oh, Midnight Bloom gives into his grumbling belly, reasoning that no one will notice. Midnight Bloom, who are you? Frog Bloom's watching from above, just shaking his head. We'll send Nightshatter and her apprentice Snakepaw, and they'll go hunting. Oh god. Nightshatter and Snakepaw come across a thunder path running through the mountains. Proceed. Oh god, Snakepaw is hit by a monster and seems quite injured, but miraculously still alive. Redclan is shaken by the incident, and it's a reminder just because their territory contains few thunderpaths, I don't believe that because we see them every 5 seconds, doesn't mean they can forget their danger. Oh my god, okay, we gotta check on Snakepaw. I don't know where the broken bone is. If anything happens to them, Nightshatter's gonna get it, I think. Okay, let's start Moon 48, the beginning of the end. Oh, Nightshatter announced that she's expecting kids. Oh, but who's the dad? Oh, Snowy Silence and Burnfeather announce they become mates. Burnfeather does something that badly affects Nightshatter. Okay, here's my thoughts. I have this nagging feeling that Snowy Silence might be Nightshatter's kid's father. And if that's the case, then I feel like these two are not going to get along well at all. But I could be way wrong, but who else could it be? The other suspects are Snowy Silence, Rock Hail, Midnight Bloom, Quick Cricket, and I think that's about it. My guesses are either Midnight Bloom or Snowy Silence. Patch Badger overhears Glacier Tail dispelling a false rumor about a clanmate. Oh, Glacier Tail, I thought she was going to be like her mom, but she's definitely going the other way. Quick Cricket tears up his fresh kill far too violently for the others' liking. Oh, he's feeling worried about Snakepaw. Snowy Silence readies himself for the emotions and new birth might again. I'm not fully convinced Snowy Silence isn't the dad. Oh god. Let's do our patrols. Glacier Tail and let's end Rookpaw. That's her sister. Uh-oh. Oh god. The patrol encounters a swarm with 2 legs. Proceed. Ah, Rookpaw crawls into a metal box to follow the scent of food and is taken by two legs. Oh god. Oh, okay, this is no good. Let's go see what happens. To Moon 49. Oh, look at this. To the shock of everyone, Rookpaw has found her way home with reports of two legs releasing her nearby. Burnfeather announced she's expecting kits. Oh, I'm so curious to know who's the dad of Night Shatter's litter. Volsnail, oh, listen to this, is taking a nap in Snowy Silence's nest. She's like, bro, can I just have a little sleep here? And he's like, bro, of course you can. And she's like, thank you, bro. He says, no problem, bro. Moon 50. Charred Paw. Ooh, she's ready to be made a warrior named Charred Ash. Oh my god, Night Shatter hopes that her litter of 4 kits doesn't look too much like Snowy Silence. Otherwise, questions might follow. I knew it was Snowy Silence. Snowy Silence, you dog. Burn Kit. Icicle Kit. We'll do Dust Kit. And since we have Bitter, we'll change this to Doe Kit. That's kind of cute. Oh, Doe and Snow. That's kind of cute. Okay. Oh my god, Snowy Silence. And then Burnfeather's gonna have babies. Oh dear lord. Okay. A lot is happening, but none of it is anything. It's a lot of just nothing. Alrighty. Exciting moon that was, right? On to Moon 51. These last couple moons have been a stinker. Moon 51. Oh, Gracklepaw's finally home. Gracklepaw was found at the border, tired but happy to be home. And then Snailstar instant's like, okay, it's been long enough, you can be a warrior. He is granted the name Gracklesight in honor of his confidence. Oh, Blackfur is welcomed as a fully trained mediator of the clan. I don't think they have Blackfur at all. Charred Ash has realized that Molly doesn't describe how they feel anymore. Burnfeather and Snowy Silence were so busy worrying about and looking forward to the birth that it's only now that they look at their litter of 3 kits and wonder what to name them. Okay, let's see the new babies. Dove Kit, Bone Kit, and Dream Kit. Triplets! And they're 3 girls. Oh. Instead of Dream Kit, I want to change it to Ink Kit for his mom. Are they all know-it-all? Daydreamer, and know-it-all. Ink Kit's the know-it-all. That is funny. My god, look at this. Look at this. My god, man. Okay, let's see our events. Snakepaw accidentally hurts Quick Cricket. Did Snakepaw's broken bone ever heal? Casually insults Glacier Tail in passing. No, he still has a broken bone, so I wonder if he's just getting spicy because of it. Snowy Silence started a huge argument between Dove Kit and Ink Kit. Snowy Silence, why? Bro, that's your 2 like kids that are 5 seconds old. Oh, okay, it has just clicked into me that Snowy Silence's son with Night Shatter, who is not his mate, is named Burn Kit after his real name. That's so messy. I don't know why that didn't click. Okay, well, we can't have his name as Burn Kit, but we can have it as Burnt Kit. I don't like having them that close, but that is too funny. Oh no. And then right after Icicle, so her, oh my god. So Night Shatter's first 2 kits of this litter are Burnt Kit and Icicle Kit, which is essentially Icicle and Snow, and Burn and Burnt. She's so, dude. Oh, Burnfeather nods politely as Icicle Kit passes by. I bet you Burnfeather has a little bit, like, she kind of is looking at the kits, and I think deep down she knows, but she doesn't want to admit that Snowy Silence is their dad. Snowy Silence is like, there's too much drama here, is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. He's like, I'm just gonna run away from all my problems. Ooh, Glacier Tail wants to be chosen as the new deputy. She had proven herself to be very capable. And on to Moon 52. Inspired by Duckpaw's boundless energy and courage, Midnight Bloom names her Duck Ice. Interesting. Oh, Snakepaw's finally healed. Okay, good. Quick Cricket goes out of his way to catch Snailstar's favorite prey. Oh, he's still so in love with her. Burnit Patch is caught breaking the warrior code. Uh-oh. Snailstar, I mean, even though she's kind of become more chill, surely I think Snailstar's gonna kick her for that, for sure. Snailstar, after all this, she is going to banish her for that. Snailstar hasn't done anything unhinged in a while. It's about time. When Burnit Patch was kicked out, I feel like her 3 kids, let's roll a dice to see if they decide to stay or if they decide to go as well. We'll roll a dice and we'll do the same thing. Even means they stay. Odd means they'll be like, no, I'm gonna go with her. Let's start with Patch Badgers. We'll roll the dice here. And a 1. Okay, so Patch Badger is gonna decide to go with her mom. She's gonna get exiled as well. Oh god. Surely it won't take all 3. Bitternut will roll. Oh my god, so Bitternut gets a 3. Okay, so Bitternut is going to. See ya. And then Gracklesight, let's see. A 1! Oh my god. Okay, so all 3 have decided. They're like, no, if you kick our mom out, you're kicking us too. I was for sure thinking one of them would stay. That's unfortunate. Well, that's at least exciting. Uh-oh, Snailstar's gonna be mad about that though. Moon 53. Ooh. Snailstar was killed defending Night Shatter from a dog. The leader has 5 lives left. Ooh, Rookpaw is now a warrior named Rookheart. Glacier Tail feels comfortable challenging Quick Cricket on something he said. Glacier Tail is like the best traits of Quick Cricket and Snailstar. My vote is for Glacier Tail for new leader. Let's look And our thoughts. Oh my god! Bone Kit has 2 different color eyes! Let's look at their traits. Okay, so Burnt Kit, polite, confident with words, and oddly insightful. Icicle Kit, she's skittish and confident with words. Oh, her eyes are beautiful. Icicle Kit's like the 4th quadruplet? Yeah, quadruplet. She's the 4th quadruplet with Dove Kit, Bone Kit, and Ink Kit, the 4 sisters. I think that they bring her in as one of them. Like, I don't think they know that she is their half sister, but they're like, yeah, you look just like us. And so the 4 of them, oh my god. First, Silent Pelt has twins, Volsnail and Snowy Silence. And Snowy Silence, not to be outdone, has quadruplets in Icicle, Dove, Bone, and Ink Kit. And then the other 3, so Burnt Kit and Dust Kit are brothers, charming and oddly insightful and polite and confident with words. And then we have little Doe Kit, know it all, quick to help. I feel like Doe Kit's gonna be the ringleader of Icicle Kit, Dove Kit, Bone Kit, and Ink Kit of the sisters. So the 5 sisters. I think all of the 7 kits love each other just so much. So we'll send Snail Star and Quick Cricket, and we'll send them on a random patrol type. While walking along the border, the patrol notices a Mulberry Clan patrol renewing their scent marks. Bloodthirsty, fierce, leader and deputy. You know they're hitting antagonize. Quick Cricket spits and hisses until the other patrol leaves the area, annoyed and unimpressed by the patrol's posturing. So what are we doing? We're hoarding resources. Snail Star and Quick Cricket are going to be bored now. All their kits are grown up. I feel like she's going to do raiding other clans, and everybody's like, no, for the love of God, don't. Can she target both? Oh, she's targeting both. Whoops. Okay, so she is raiding both Mulberry Clan and Tree Clan. Oh my god, everybody's gonna be so pissed at that. That's fantastic. Next up, we'll send Volsnail. Let's send her by herself. No! Volsnail has been lost. No! Oh god. 2 Lakes have got so many of my freaking cats. Can we not? And then Chardash got a sprain. Fantastic. Look at, I've made one reckless decision and everything has gone sideways. Okay, time skip Moon 54. Oh, look at this. To the shock of everyone, Volsnail has found her way back home. They keep just catching my cats and neutering them and spaying them and sending them back to us, which I guess is fine, but also, like, just leave them alone. Oh, but okay, Snail Star wandered out into the territory and was later found dead. Leader has no lives left and has traveled to Star Clan. There's like no information. Okay, hold on. Listen to this. Okay, this is wild. What? Snail Star, I'm so confused, lost her first life when she defended Volpaw from a hawk. Second life, killed by a hostile clan. Third life, died from an infection. Fourth life, defended Night Shatter from a dog. Lost the rest of her lives when she was led away from camp by Snail Star and killed. Snail Star murdered Snail Star. It's unaware. What do you mean? Is this like a very dark way of saying something? Well, first of all, you're going to the Dark Forest. Quickstar has been promoted to the new leader of the clan. He travels to the Moonstone immediately to get his 9 lives and is hailed by his new name Quickstar. Visit Quickstar's profile to see his full leader ceremony. Don't mind if I do. Leader ceremony. Quick Cricket leaves to speak with Star Clan. He closes his eyes and is immediately surrounded by his loved one, friends, and clanmates who have passed on. Their eyes are warm as they greet the new leader. It feels like oh my god, my heart. It feels like a dream when Scorchpaw emerges from the star-filled crowd. Quick Cricket can barely stand his ground, resisting the temptation to run forward and press into his kit's fur. Love shines in Scorchpaw's eyes as she gives him the life for compassion. Oh my god. Freeze Timber, so his second daughter comes up, offering a life for certainty. Oh my god, and she was the one who was saying, Kate, you have to stand up to Snailstar. You have to be the one to tell her that this is enough, and he never did. So she's like, I hope that now as a leader that you can have that certainty that you didn't have before. She smiles and states that the clan will do well under Quick Cricket's leadership. Oh my god, not all battles must end in death. Not all problems can be dealt with claws alone. Freckledapple hopes that Quick Cricket will remember this as the life of clear judgment. Oh my god. The fact that it's Freckledapple, because at the beginning, Quick Cricket was like defending Freckledapple quite a bit. When Snailstar was going after her so much, he was like, I don't know, and he was being so sweet to her. So the fact that clear judgment is given from Freckledapple? Oh my god. Otterpaw, so that was one of Owlash's daughters. Otterpaw hesitates for a moment, a vision of blood across Quick Cricket's claws, assaulting the Star Clan cat's mind. Eventually, she relents and gives a life for determination. Frog Bloom. Frog Bloom rushes up to Quick Cricket's side like a whirlwind, his fur sticking up in all angles. He gives the new leader life for friendship before dashing off into the crowd. Silent Pelt. Oh, they didn't like each other though. Interesting. Silent Pelt dips his head in greeting. Energy surges through Quick Cricket's pelt as he receives a life for confidence. That's so good. He reassures Quick Cricket that he is almost done. Dude, because they were kind of enemies, it kind of means extras. Snailstar hails Quick Cricket by his new name, Quickstar, telling him that his old life is no more. He's granted guardianship of Redclan and is told to use his new power wisely. Quickstar wakes up feeling a new strength within his body and knows he's now ready to lead the clan. Wild! Has Snailstar murdering Snailstar? This is very ridiculous, but walk with me for a minute. For a while there, Snailstar was super unhinged, but then she was super good. So I wonder if there's like two sides of Snailstar. Like there are two wolves inside me, but there are two Snailstars inside me. And the evil side of her overcame the good one and dragged herself down into the dark forest with her. Quickstar chooses, oh, he does choose Volsnail to take over as deputy. That does make sense. She is like very experienced. I mean, they have known each other for forever. Huh. Whoa. And we'll go to Moon 55. Uh-oh, what? We have 3. Redclan doesn't have enough healthy healers. What? Duck Ice announced that she's expecting kits. Who in the world is the father? Night Shatter fell into the river. Quickstar drowned alongside Night Shatter. Has 8 lives left. Night Shatter! Burnfeather and Dustkit made each other laugh. And I think maybe Burnfeather has this moment after Night Shatter dies where she's like, you know what? I might not have liked her, but she was a mom. She had all these young kids and like she didn't deserve that. And these guys don't deserve to not have a mom. What's everybody thinking? Snowy Silence solves problems by starting them. Yep, that is 100% Silent Pelt's son. Glacier. I freaking love Glacier Tail. Glacier Tail is everything that Snailstar should have been. Recounts the gathering for Burnfeather and her patient. So after the gathering, Glacier Tail heads directly to the medicine cat den and she's like, hey, this is what you guys missed on Glee, and like spills everything because they couldn't be there. Oh, Icicle Kit insists that her mom isn't gone. I'm gonna throw up. And then Dustkit bargains with StarClan, begging them to send his mom back. Let's do a little time skip. These are all the kits that were made into apprentices. So Burnt Paw with Glacier Tail as the mentor, Icicle Paw with Quickstar as the mentor, and Dusk Paw doesn't tell us. Oh, and Doe Paw to Snowy Silence. Aw, Rockhail is snuggled up against Quickstar. He knows his dad is going through it. The age of being kind to insects is over once more. Dokit squashes a bug that Rookheart was watching. Quickstar promises to take care of the clan with his lives. So like, as we're coming up to the end of the 5 years and Quickstar has become leader, I thought he was gonna go off the edge with Snailstar, but it seems like instead he's kind of just like rolled into this role a little bit easier than I thought he would. Now that Snailstar's gone, it's almost as though he's a little bit more free to just be himself. You know, maybe this is a new age for Redclan. And even his leader ceremony, we got word from Scorchpaw, Freeze Timber, Freckledapple. Freckledapple was a shock. Frogbloom, Silent Pelt, like all these cats, it almost like brought him back to reality. And I really like that. Snailstar may be still kind of whispering in his ear, but he has such a strong foundation with everybody. First of all, he has Rockhail, his son. He adores his son. Glacier Tail, his deputy, look at this. He cherishes her, respects her, confides in her, almost sees her as another daughter. I thought it was going to be this big climactic, like, boom ending for Redclan, but it almost feels even better that it's, like, burning out like embers, because that's another aspect, like, of Red. Snailstar being the one to take Snailstar out does feel poetic. In saying all of this, I think that Quickstar is gonna look to Volsnail and be like, hey, I appreciate you so much. You have done nothing but been there for me all the time. He's like, you know, I never quite agreed with the whole Volsnail situation and her giving you the last name Snail. So he's like, I know this is kind of underwhelming, but I'd like to change your name to Volpelt in honor of your mom and dad, Inkpelt and Silent Pelt, rather than leaning on what Snailstar wanted for you. And I think that's going to be such a big sign of just his own self now. We'll come into our last moons here. Oh my god, it knows we're coming to a close because listen to how beautifully this ends. A severely injured Mulberry Clan warrior stumbles upon Burnfeather out collecting herbs. It's clear that no amount of intervention will save them. Burnfeather soothingly offers a paw full of small red berries to ease their journey to StarClan. Red Swan's ghost now wanders. That is Freckledapple's daughter. That's the one that we were following the whole time. She named after Redclan. Freckledapple gave her to Mulberry Clan to be like, keep her safe. Snailstar is here and she will not be safe here. So Snailstar dies and Red Swan comes back to Redclan territory, but she dies in the territory that she was born on. Oh my god. And Dubpaw was made an apprentice of Chardash. Bonepaw is made an apprentice of Snake Crackle, and Inkpaw was made an apprentice of Snowy Silence. Oh my god, look at this! So much mending is happening. A Mulberry Clan warrior nearly fell from a cliff during a border skirmish, but Rookheart pulled her enemy back up from certain death. Bonepaw also saves a Mulberry Clan warrior. Duck Ice doesn't feel ready to be a parent to this litter of 4 kits. I want to see the kittens. I want to see who the parents are. Minnow Kit, Dark Kit, Summit Kit, and Cloudy Kit. Parents, Doe. Oh, he's just a loner. Cool. Okay. This next one will be the last moon. I'm skip. Oh my god. Okay, this was not what I expected on the oh god. Full Pelt died from a mangled leg. When did you get a mangled leg, dude? Full Pelt was like, you know, if this season is ending, I'm going out. I want to rest. I bet you he picks Glacier Tail, his daughter. I really hope so. That would be a beautiful ending. Ooh, Quickstar chooses Chardash to take over as deputy. Even though Quickstar chose Chardash, he actually made a mistake and he meant to pick Glacier Tail, and that's who I'm putting as my one final act of being able to control the story. I'm putting it as, I gotta put it as Glacier Tail, come on. I feel like she's so perfect to be the deputy. So at the end of our years, we've gone from Snailstar. Quickstar is our new leader. He's gone through quite a bit. He came into the clan as a kitty pet. Snailstar brought him in. He had his 2 daughters, Freeze Kit and Scorch Kit. I thought he was gonna go on the side of being like a little bit naughty, but I feel like he's proven himself to be a very complex leader. Even though Snailstar will continue to like whisper in his ear, I think since he has such a strong bond with Rockhill, Glacier Tail, just everybody, honestly, he's pretty close with everybody. He's not gonna get swayed. He loves the people in his clan so much. And then Glacier Tail's our deputy. She's Quickstar's oldest daughter. I'd like to think maybe has her 2 older sisters, Scorchpaw, Freeze Timber, walking with her through this deputyship and helping her. She's a little bit spicy herself. She's a little quick to bite back, but not in a bad way. But I think Glacier Tail is just wanting to do the best for her clan, but being a little sassy about it along the way, just because that's who she is. Midnight Bloom, he's a complex little guy. He was put into this healer role that he didn't want, but he kind of got saddled with it. And then all the healers that came after him, he felt just had a natural affinity to healing that he never really got. I could see him moving on to be a loner or leaving the clans or something. He's 56 moon, so I could see him one day they wake up and he's just gone, maybe on to his next thing. Especially now that the clan has healers, he doesn't feel like he's just leaving them up a creek. I love Burnfeather. Burnfeather was Owl Ash's daughter. She was kind of this natural medicine cat and she's really thrived in it. Has her 3 daughters, Dovepaw, Bonepaw, and Inkpaw. And still has her mate Snowy Silence. Snowy Silence, he's still gonna be chaotic man with his gaggle of children at his feet, his 7 kids, who are all still alive. He's got his quadruplets, Icicle Paw, Dovepaw, Bonepaw, and Inkpaw. Ink Pelt and Silent Pelt and Full Pelt are all gonna help guide him and cuff him over the head when he's being a little turd. Yeah, and all the other ones we've just recently met, but yeah, so that was 5 years in Redclan. We learned, we laughed, we cried, we threw up, we kicked our feet, and we kicked our neighbors. Poor Mulberry Clan. Snailstar is always watching, don't forget.